amazing.
Are they plump enough yet?
Maybe give them a little
bit longer?
A few more minutes, but
okay.
yeah,
I see a thumbs up out there.
Oh, Rod? All right.
You got, okay. A few more minutes. All right.
Okay, yeah.
The coffee's good. I had that.
We got taco soup, I think. We have little, like, mini hot dogs. Like
little weenies?
Little weenies, yeah.
Are those turkey or those pork, Suzanne? Are they pork little weenies or are turkeys little weenies? All beef. Ooh. Oh, nice.
Okay. You know.
So now I'm really confused because Josh told us that the red light.
Wait a minute. Well, that's the red light.
I know, but like I want to look at the green light.
Okay.
So.
Only 2 cameras have green lights. Oh. That means that cameras have fixed.
Oh, it's the ready feature.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Whoever's on here is like, goodness gracious.
How many? Can we see how many people are watching?
I don't know. It's 5. We got some people there.
Oh, okay. We got 5. All right.
We hear you, Kelly.
Kelly.
I'm so glad that you are here with us.
Emily.
Oh, yes.
Oh. I guess I'm being booted. I'm being booted off. All right. Well.
For now.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll be back, and I'll be back with a different type of food next time. So.
A different kind of food.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring pie. You know.
Oh, if you bring pie, dude.
I'll bring you a piece.
Okay, if I could, Josh, can you tell if the noise is good? Noise level as far as ambient noise?
Lauren, you're going to watch till your daughters play. What is your daughter's play about? She asked a minute ago, so we'll see what she says. There's a play going on down in Marion. Hello, Dolly. She's going to be there all weekend.
That's cool.
Yep.
Okay, I hope that we got this here. All right. Change back to my own.
There's the bell. That's right.
Okay. It is 5:10. It's time to start. Thanks again to everybody who is here. Thanks to Clint for joining. The goal for the 2022 Harv-A-Thon for everybody who is watching and will be watching is to raise money for the ministry for 2023. A big chunk of that is for the new van, a newer van to upgrade. And so that's what we're having fun doing, and that's what we're going to be praying for tonight. And overall, we're going to be involved in just kind of supporting the ministry. So a couple cool things. We're in a slightly different space this time around, and one of the cool things is that we are down here in the Family Life Center with plenty of room for people to be around tables. And so we do have a few people with us. So welcome to the people who are here. And we're glad that we have a live studio audience. And for all the people who are online or will be jumping in and out online, we're glad that you are here as well. Also on YouTube, we're glad that you're here, Facebook and YouTube. And I don't know if I got you set up with YouTube, Marissa, but YouTube, Facebook, all that, Marissa Story is back there commenting and helping and encouraging people. So that's going to be awesome. Let's begin tonight. We're going to be doing some music later. We got some interviews later, all kinds of things. And every time somebody gives, we're going to ring the bell. And if you want to see the goal, we'll put it in the comment section every once in a while. We will also have some graphics on our screen / people watching. And if you want to just see it on a refreshed basis, you're welcome to go to the website, harvestministryteams.com, and then you can actually just hit the thing that says see goal progress. It's the same place where you give toward the ministry, and so that's going to be fun. All right, so before we pray, we've done this like 4 years now, Clint.
I know.
And I count on Clint to be the energy.
Oh my goodness.
I just sit around and talk. I don't really get excited. You're the one that gets excited.
I get excited.
So we're excited that Clint is going to be providing the energy.
That's a lot of pressure.
Well, it's natural for you.
Natural.
You'll forget that I even said it in a few minutes. But one thing I know is that even just the fact that we have a goal
Yeah.
is big.
It's awesome.
And the first year, I think our goal was $10,000.
Yeah.
And by God's grace, it worked.
It did.
And people gave, and the ministry flourished from that. And so that's one cool thing. The second cool thing is that we're anticipating meeting the goal.
Yeah.
But even if we don't, God's gonna be praised and glorified.
Yep.
So we're excited either way. It's gonna be a blast. Welcome everybody who's coming in live in person. And again, we're kicking off the Harv-A-Thon for 2022. Thanks everybody who's tuning in. Let's pray together tonight. We're gonna pray for God's Spirit to move in this place and every place where somebody is clicking on their phone. And so we're gonna just trust the Lord's at work. So let's pray together. Lord, we want to thank you so much for an opportunity to be a part of kingdom work and your ministry and your mission. And we know that the church is yours and that every ministry that is part of the church and working in and around the church is also yours, that you are in control, you are in charge. And so we humbly take this ministry tonight, Harvest Ministry, and place it at your feet once again. And just say thank you for the privilege of serving and for leading, for using gifts to provide avenues for the next generation to hear the gospel message, to get a sense of love by your grace, to have experiences and encounters with you that shape their lives, and even on short spurt kind of ministry events that you can't be around them forever and ever, but even a week or a day have an impact in their lives. And so we're praying, Lord, that this Harv-A-Thon in a supernatural way will help springboard that for another year of harvest ministry. We're thankful for the gifts that will be coming in. We're thankful for the giving that happens and the generosity that comes because we are Christians and trust you. We're thankful for the opportunity to be a part of community as we hang out here tonight and gather together online. And in all these different ways, Lord, our main goal is to give you glory, to give you praise, and to be available, to be vessels, to be used by you, and for eternal things to happen because of it. And so we're trusting you for the impact, and we're trusting you for the joy, and we're also trusting you to send people that are inspired and have a heart to support and partner with us as we continue in harvest ministry next summer for the 28th summer, and we give you praise for that longevity and ongoing. And we put our trust in you tonight, Lord, and pray for a lot of joy and fun as we serve here together. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right, Jim, I'm glad that you got on here. I like that you are Jim Merrill. He's always putting the praying hands emojis, so that's really cool. And welcome to the Kennetts. Glad you guys are here too. And everybody else who's watching, this will slowly grow for people that are going to be on here, and we'll just see how all that works.
Yeah, and one thing that we can do is to help this grow is if you're watching, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button, so that way your friends and your family can see what's going on here and learn a little bit more about Harvest Ministry and what we do for those who don't know. So it's with your help that we can actually really get the word out there and have this Harv-A-Thon flourish. So hit that share button.
Yeah, and I think there's probably people that you know that also know Harvest. So,
Yeah.
and just that little bit of nudge of encouragement, text somebody or say hello, because sometimes what happens is, we just kind of forget that people are connected.
Yeah.
So if there is, somebody who served on a team at some point, maybe 2005 or 1999 or something like that, and you have somebody that, you're in touch with and they also served, send them a text and say, hey, we're supporting Harvest tonight,
right.
and we can invite people in. So share the goal. We're going to be sharing this several times, and share the goal and how people can give, Clint.
Definitely. So tonight, our goal for this Harv-A-Thon is to hit a goal of $30,000, right? And I know that God's going to provide the people who are going to give that, and I know that God will use that money for the betterment of his kingdom. And the biggest thing that we're doing with that is we are in need of a new harvest van. And
newer, at least.
Newer, yeah. I mean, if God provides a new one, then he provides a new one, and we'll take that too. But man, I'll tell you what, that's such a huge goal because all of my memories of like Harvest, I love every single bit of them. But my favorite ones are always our van drives. van
Yeah.
drives. Those are always
It is fun.
always super awesome. I mean, obviously, kids giving their life to the Lord and having kingdom change like that is the highest goal. But there's something about the community and the relationships that are built in the Harvest van, and that's what we need. We're in need of a newer van.
Yep. I'll tell you what's really strange is sometimes we've had people in the Harvest van who were part of Harvest events when they were kids, like you.
I was, yeah. When I was in junior high or high school, I forget, I was at Beulah Camp. I don't know if it was like beginner camp or if it was the Beulah Youth Institute. I forget which one it was, but you were there leading the team. I think your cousin was there and your brother was there leading the team. And it's so crazy now that like I could help and do this kind of thing with you. It's super awesome.
It is cool.
Yep.
And so we'll just introduce ourselves real quick as we get started here these first few minutes. My name's Tim, and I live in Troy, Illinois, and have been a part of Harvest since it began in 1996 when I was an Asbury student. And we'll have you introduce yourself. My wife, Suzanne, is here as well. My daughter, Ruby, daughter, Macy. And so it's great to be a part of this ministry. Have you introduce yourself, and then we'll say again everybody else's helping.
Sure. Yeah, my name's Clinton Benish, and I am, I've been a part of the Harvest ministry for about 7 or 8 years right now. I can't really remember. Wait, was I married yet? No, so it's over 8 years. Wow.
Hey, a bell
Time
ring.
flies.
Hey, we don't know if you can hear the bell, but bang that bell really loud when it comes in, kind of go ding, 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 like super loud so everybody can hear it.
You know what? You should get like one of the church bells.
Oh, like a handbell.
Yeah, and really go to town.
We'll get Annie and Macy to ring
There
the
we
bell.
go.
That'd be good.
Yep. My name's Clint, and like I said, I've been a part of Harvest for over 8 years now because I've been married for 8 years. I'm a student ministry director down in Marion, Illinois, and I love being a part of Harvest ministry. It's awesome. And I see that Eli just said, "Oh, Clint."
Hey, Kelly says they can hear the bell, so that's good. So ring it loud anyway,
That's
and
right.
we'll do it.
I really wanted to see them grab one of those big like church bell things.
We'd probably get in trouble,
We get in trouble.
maybe.
Okay. Well,
It's been a long time since I had bell down here.
would we get in trouble for the bell being down here, or that we took the bell?
Either one. But here's the ways you can give. You can give online by going to harvestministryteams.com. Harvest Ministry Teams, plural with an S, because at times we've had more than one group. And so that's how you can hit the link there. It says give online. And there's a couple ways to give. One is to give just a gift tonight of any kind. All of it's going to count. And you can also do a monthly giving if that's easier or you feel led to do that. Monthly givers are way appreciated because we have this opportunity to kind of connect all year long, and that monthly kind of partnership helps support all the things that aren't that like exciting, like insurance and operating and meals and just
It's
all this
everything
stuff.
that makes it happen.
It makes it happen.
New wheels when a wheel goes out.
So we have kind of an informal goal here of 30 new monthly supporters.
That's
so if
awesome.
you have a sense about that and feel led, then monthly supporter, you just still give the same way, but hit recurring, and then every month amount come out and whatever amount that is, Lord leads you to, and it's a huge blessing to the ministry. Another way to give is on Facebook. So you can give just to the Facebook link. You can also find that information on the website, or if Marissa or Courtney, if you could just paste in the Facebook giving link to the comment feed on the Facebook page, then everybody can find that. And we can add that link, and people can give on there too. So either way works. Just a little note here. If you give on Facebook, it doesn't immediately register on the goal because we have to manually put that in, which is totally fine.
Yep.
If you give online, it immediately goes to the donut goal. And if you would like to see the progress, you can actually go to the website and then hit the see progress, and then you'll see the little goal, a little donut, and it's kicking up, and
It's fun. I love
people
it.
are giving. Yeah.
Every now and then I'll switch over to that tab and I'll hit the refresh button and just kind of see it keep creeping up.
And so the goal here is it's going to require quite a few people to hit 30,000.
Yeah.
We're starting the night at 5,000, and we have some graphics that we'll be putting on the screen, and as we hit various markers, Ruby has the printout of those, and you could cue us when that happens. But just so everybody knows, we're starting at 5,000 because of people who gave early.
Yep.
So that's pretty wild.
That's awesome.
And that's like a little jump start, and we appreciate everybody who gave early. And there is the giving link on the thing there. Okay, so a couple other things that we're going to do just as a matter of fun. Introducing people again for people that are just getting in here. Ryan is going to be helping to play music and helping to do some talking here. Deb Ellis is here. Ryan and Mary Kennett and Annie are here. Kim Barnes is here for anybody that's here and would like to buy some, oh yay,
All right.
buy some stuff. We have our harvest stuff out, including a new hoodie.
Tim,
and
I love that new hoodie.
and a new other thing. If somebody could run up a like the new T-shirt and a couple of those new things, we'll show people. And then we also have Courtney helping with us, and Marissa Story, and Suzanne, already mentioned, and Josh Case, the mastermind behind all this stuff. Ruby Rod Rep is taking photos, so we'll see some of those later. And all right, here comes a couple of these. Let's share these, and then we got a couple other things to kind of kickstart here as we begin. What'd you say? Oh, yeah, who knows?
All right, what do you want first, Tim?
Let's hold up that one.
This is
so,
awesome.
So this one is something we made for the fall rally. And it's actually the very first T-shirt that we ever made for the ministry. And back then it actually said, just causing the devil grief. And this one says, we're causing the devil grief. Because the first shirt was just me, and I was just kind of playing my guitar, and I just made a shirt that said, just causing the devil grief.
That's awesome.
If I would have thought about it, I would have said, we're still causing the devil grief. But I didn't
That's
think
next
we'll
year.
do it next year.
That's next year.
And then we also have this three-quarter zip dry fit type pullover that says Harvest on the front, and on the back it says since 1996. And then we have this hoodie. Now, unfortunately, these are kind of like this week new, so we don't have them on the website yet. But if for some reason you really want to get one of these, then you can let us know, and we can, figure out a way to get a payment and ship it.
Those are awesome.
The cost for these t-shirts are $15, and those are $45, I think, and then the hoodies are $40 or something like that. I really don't
I'll be
remember.
taking a hoodie home today, Tim.
Okay, good. Sounds good. Okay, a couple of things we want to do just as a thing that happens, because time is going to fly by. We know that every year. All of a sudden, it's like 4 hours goes by quick. But backed by popular demand is the jokes, and unfortunately,
There's groans in here.
I like the jokes. So we did work a little harder this year to actually get some new jokes. So that might be.
Should we set a goal for jokes, like to help pump it?
We probably should. Yeah, let's do that. Where are we at on the goal?
Oh man. I think that if you make a donation.
Oh wow.
I think if you make a donation, you should comment on the live stream if you want a joke.
Yeah,
That will be it.
That's how we could do it.
But you have to be honest.
Yeah. But somebody did just make a donation.
They
because,
did. So should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it. And we'll also be thanking people. I know some people want to give anonymously, and that's cool. But if somebody gives on Facebook or whatever, we're going to just say thank you for giving. And Dan Yarger commented, "I want a joke." Wow, Dan.
Dan.
Dan, he's like the king of jokes. Okay, here we go.
All right, here you go. Ready for this one?
Yeah.
All right. What did the big flower say to the little flower?
What?
Hi, bud. These are magical.
Here, I'll do one.
You're doing?
Don't you hate it when someone answers their own questions? I do.
That's like the interrupting cow one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
My favorite one of that style is, the difference between a good joke and a bad joke? Timing. All right, where'd you put the old joke?
I put it down here.
Okay,
You
good.
take it?
We'll just have a little trash pile.
All
Old
right.
joke trash pile.
Awesome. Dan says
Okay.
nice.
Thank you, Dan. That says a lot coming from Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Rod wants a joke, and he's standing right here next to us. That's hilarious. Well, we did too, so.
That counts.
So thank you. And okay, we are gonna kind of begin here with a couple of these things. Let me know if you get those graphics going, Josh, so that we have it. You might be interested in knowing about the harvest budget, just for a little bit of information. The harvest budget, about 40% of it comes from honorariums and offerings when we go places. Unlike other nonprofit ministries that don't have a revenue stream, Harvest is kind of a hybrid. We have money coming in from these events, but most of these events aren't the kind of things that have huge budgets.
Yeah.
So when you're doing youth ministry and kids ministry, everything's on a shoestring. And so we kind of go for pretty much whatever works, and we for sure try to fit into a budget. If we were going to charge everything we needed to make the ministry go, it would be priced out of the range of what people can do. And there's probably a lot of examples, but 40% of our income does come from that. Another 40% comes from donations and individual givers and things like that. And we appreciate every single person who partners with us. We realize that it's not like on the top of everybody's list to say, oh, I'm gonna give money away today. But we have this opportunity to build that kind of Christian community among all the people we know that we're gonna support the ministry. And we don't want to take away from the church. Give to your church, but then you also give to ministries. 13% comes from grants, and we appreciate those churches and other groups, that mission teams and things that provide grants for special projects. Clint did one of those last year with a church, and we were able to purchase a sound system.
Yeah.
And it was amazing how that all has made a difference this year. We've used all that for everything.
And I loved seeing it in action whenever we were able to roll in at the kids conference last year.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
definitely.
It's amazing.
It's just all summer long. I mean, we rolled in the sound system all summer long, and it was excellent. And then 7% from the sale of resources, about $8,000 a year comes in from streaming music and selling things and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's pretty cool.
Rod's over here telling jokes. He goes, that's a lot of people named Grant to get 13%. Oh man, so Emily said that she would like to order a sweatshirt.
Okay, well we'll have to let Marissa and all them figure out how to
They got it?
figure out a way to do that.
Good.
And we can get her address and make sure we get ready to ship it off. We're gonna have to guess on shipping. We have no idea.
Yeah. Hey, if you're watching right now and if you don't already receive the Harvest Ministry team's text message blast, we send them out whenever we are about to go out and serve somewhere. We send them out if we have prayer requests for certain things. We were doing it the last week or so leading up to this event. If you want to be a part of that, so you can catch our prayer requests and everything that's going on, I'm going to share with you a phone number. Do we have a slide for that, or did I just share the phone number?
We don't have a slide. But
we don't have a slide? Okay, here it is.
We meant to make a slide, but we forgot.
Oh, okay, that's okay. So here's what we're going to do, is I'm going to share the phone number. Tim, can you type it in the comments? All right, so we'll type it in the comments. But text Harvest to 618-243-7476. So it's text Harvest to 618-243-7476. And you will receive all of our updates. You'll know where we're going and when we're going. Thank you so much, Tim, for putting that in there. Yeah, you'll know exactly where we're going and when we're going. And it's just an amazing way to stay connected to the ministry of Harvest Ministry.
Yep, and that's one of our other goals is we'd like to have 50 people subscribe to the text.
That's right.
And at the end of the night, we are going to actually do a drawing and give away something. So that's going to be fun. At the end of the night, we're going to give away something on thing. If we get a few more names, let us know, and we can make sure that we share that with a couple
Shout out
people.
Some names.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the thing here. Give me a second. Tell them about the music, Clint.
The music.
Yeah, like
how to find our music?
Yeah.
Oh man, I just totally went blank. Yeah, so if you want to find our music, you can obviously always get to our music from harvestministryteams.org?
.com.
Oh man, I should know that. It's only /music. Oh man, Ruby, you're awesome. So harvestministryteams.com/music. You can always find all of our music there, but we also have all of our stuff on Spotify and YouTube, and there's links from the website to get there. But yeah, and that's where you can go. You can. We also have it available on Apple and stuff, right?
Well, if you find it there, you can find it more easily on Apple, Spotify, and Google and all that. Sometimes the way we've named our albums, you can't just type in Harvest.
Yeah.
You got it. Sometimes it's Tim and Harvest. Sometimes it's Harvest Worship. Sometimes Harvest Kids. It's just a big hodgepodge. If we would have known what we were doing back then, we would have definitely done it different. But
so harvestministryteams.com/music, and you will be able to get to all of our music stuff wherever you listen to the music the most. And I listen to Spotify. It's easy.
Oh yeah, I mean that's where most people do it. And just as a little aside, since we're talking about fundraising, about $60 a month comes from Spotify listening.
Wow.
I mean, it's pretty amazing.
So that has to be a lot of people listening.
Yeah, there's a lot of streams, so it's pretty wild.
That's awesome.
And the other ones hardly have any, so it's pretty much about 60 a month.
Yeah.
So just saying thanks to a couple people here. Deb, who is here in the live studio audience. Big round of applause for Deb. She gave to the ministry. Angie, we appreciate you giving, and you, Rob, and your family. And Jeannie, we appreciate Jeannie giving toward the thing. So we've already rang the bell probably for some of those people. A shout out to Jeannie because she's part of our church here, and her daughter was one of the first people to ever volunteer to go to Harvest.
Oh, wow.
So it was me, my cousin, my brother, and then Jill. And she was the only one that wasn't related.
Where'd you go?
The first summer.
But where was that at?
Oh, well, the whole summer, I can't remember all the places, but the first day was in Greenville, Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, June 1st,
That's awesome.
1996. And,
You and dates amaze me.
I remember that for sure, for some reason.
That's very cool.
Josh, I wonder if the live studio audience clapping is coming through, because that's really awesome.
I think we're probably getting some of it.
Next year, we'll have to get a mic on them just for when they
Just an
want to talk.
overhead hanging
an
over
overhead. We got to make notes for next year, that is for sure. And one of them is we got to start setup a little earlier because we run around like crazy here.
It's all good.
Hey, let's do some statistics, and then we are going to say thanks to more people, and then at some point here, we're going to jump in and do a couple songs. So here's some statistics.
All right.
How many days has Harvest been on the road this year? It's not a joke. But
It's not a joke, but it's just a question.
Yeah.
And to break the third wall or whatever, I have it right here in front of me.
Yeah.
How many, Tim?
Well, it's 80 days according to a rough, quick look at the calendar.
Oh, awesome.
So roughly 2.5 months.
That's great. That's awesome.
Just being gone, camps and events and all that stuff.
That's so cool because,
And-
think about all the different people we were able to see in that amount of time.
Yeah, you see a lot of people when you're at churches and
Yeah.
events and camps, and it's especially good. There's probably been years we've gone more days than that, but coming out of COVID, it was hard to get everything going again. Like a couple camps we did this summer hadn't met for 2 solid years. They
wow.
were restarting everything.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of tough to get that going. The number of podcasts released. So we have 3 different podcasts, and one is a devotion podcast on Fridays, and the worship leader podcast, and the ministry leader podcast called Go Harvest.
Go Harvest. So it's the Faithful Friday.
Yeah.
Is on Fridays. Then you have the Go Harvest podcast. And then
on Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays.
And worship leader toolbox is on Thursdays. And you've been a part of that until you moved away.
Oh,
and
man.
you've been here
I
and
know.
there. In 2022, we released 90 podcast episodes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's more than
That's
2 a month.
that's a lot of people.
Well, it's,
Well, it's one a week for the
One a
one, and then every other week for the others.
yeah, almost 2 a week. That's awesome.
Attendance at Harvest conferences was 700 people, roughly. That's like the 2 kids conferences, Fire Up and Fall Rally, just
Nice.
just those events. Number of prayer team members is 60. That's the people on our email list.
On the email list.
That get the email whenever we send out prayer news.
That's
to say,
awesome.
we're heading here, we're heading there.
So this is not on here, but I'm going to just put a plug for it. But how do people get to be a part of that prayer team?
You have to go to harvestministryteams.com/support.
Okay.
And it's in with giving and prayer and all that.
Awesome.
You can sign up. All right. Well, we'll go through some more statistics later, but for now, if you are watching, if you can tag a friend on the Facebook feed, or if you can share something with people to say, hey, join me in giving. We're trying to reach this goal of $30,000, and it's going to take a little bit to get there because we're going to need everybody that we know to do that.
That's right.
And so I'm looking at some of the comments here, and there's a lot of great stuff. So thanks to Russ down in Marion for giving to the Harv-A-Thon. We appreciate you. And I remember Russ from years ago when I was a kid. And just all kinds of stories. Virginia, we appreciate Virginia giving to the Harv-A-Thon and commenting on the video. And a little side note here about Virginia. Oh, she said she can hear the clapping. Good.
Awesome.
Virginia is one of our volunteer blog editors. So along with the podcast, we have blog posts for ministry leaders. And so she helps edit that and get that going. And we have Danette that does the other one. And then somebody named Lexi does the last little bit.
Very cool.
So that's really neat. Let's see. More bells. You guys are a great studio audience. And we also have a lot of food here. If you happen to be in Troy, you're welcome to come over here to the church and hang out a little bit.
I feel so at this table right here, if you can see that plate.
Yeah.
Ryan got me a plate with a piece of pie and a hot dog. The hot dog's no longer there, Tim.
Oh, wow. That's sad.
So he ate the hot dog. I'm just.
That
That's
is
magical.
funny.
Oh, I don't want it. I'll come over there in a little bit. Yeah. You can eat my pie too if you want.
I took the bullet for you.
Yeah,
Way to be.
that's really good. Okay, well, do you think what time is it? 5:40? We better do a song.
Uh-oh.
And
I don't want to say that.
hang on a second. Yeah, we apologize if there's too much lag in our talking because we're looking at a computer. You can forgive us. But so go into a song, and if you haven't yet gotten on here, you can just get on to give on the website, or you can give on Facebook. The goal is $30,000, and the reason for that goal is to upgrade the Harvest Van and propel the ministry into 2023. If you're actually in the house, we have this little card here that you can fill out and use that. And later on, we can talk about this. Ooh. And we can do a couple more jokes. The jokes will come soon. All right.
Virginia.
Okay, are we ready to transition? We'll get some music going here. Everybody pause for a moment. Come on up, Marissa. All right, we're going to do a little bit of a sound check here. Hope it works. It may not be quite loud in this room yet, but we will get it hooked in for the blend there.
Hey, Josh.
God so loved. Drink of the
introducing people here tonight. You can see them. This is Ruby Price right here, and she is a senior in high school and is helped a lot this summer doing ministry events, but also over the last, this is my daughter, Ruby, in case you missed her last name, Ruby Price. She helped, along with a team of people, including Courtney Bettis and Marissa, and Lauren Fear, who's not here tonight either, get the Shout Co puppet group rolling. And so I think that's awesome. Oh, Annie, yeah.
And Macy.
And Macy, wow. Okay, so we've got half of the, we should have done Shout Co puppets tonight. So that would have been awesome. Anyway, we bought a stage and used the Shout Co puppets for the kids conference and a bunch of other ministry events, including just a couple Sundays ago at another church. And so it's just been really neat to be a part of that. So thanks, Ruby, for your ministry. Marissa, you haven't seen her yet. She sang this summer with the whole summer of harvest, and it was great to have her do that. And she also joined in the puppets during the summer and became like a key puppeter. A puppeteer. Yeah, a puppeter. And you've already seen Clint. And Ryan back here on the box. You haven't, well, you've seen him on the camera too, but Ryan we've known Ryan for years, literally most of his life. And one of the cool things about Ryan is that he has an extreme wide range of gifts and is kind of the utility guy. He's played saxophone, he's played drums, he's played percussion, he's sung, he's been the MC, he's done the sound, he's done the video, he's done game leading, he's led devotions, he's done about everything you could possibly do. And so big round of applause for Ryan. You do a lot of stuff. That's really awesome. And so that's one song. We'll save a couple other songs whenever Elizabeth gets here, and we may add a couple more songs in too, just for fun. This is the informal part when we just sit around and wonder what song we're going to sing. All right. Well, we're going to head back over and see who else has given, see where the goal is, and then we will go into a couple interviews. Thank you. Texting loop going here.
Awesome.
If you would like to share about some of the conferences coming up. Here's one I'm in there, Sarah.
All right. The dates. All right, so I'm going to share a little bit about some conferences coming up here in the new year. I remember the very first conference I was part of was the Light Kids Conference. You invited me to come along to play, and I think it was in Marion, Illinois, was the very first one. And the thing that sticks out the most about that, I forget what the lesson was, but the illustration of the lesson is what stuck with me, because I had to be a donkey. and I got on all fours, and I was a donkey, and there was a kid who was supposed to like just sit on my back, and I was gonna like walk across the floor. We picked like the smallest kid so that we couldn't break my back. And I remember this kid just took a running leap and just slammed on my back.
I remember that.
Oh my goodness, it was awesome. But the Light Kids Conference is coming up. We're gonna be at 4 different locations. And the dates we can throw up there, but the dates, just so you know, we're gonna be in Tuscola, Illinois, February 11th. That's coming really quickly. Then we'll be in Peoria, Illinois, March 4th. March 4th.
Yeah.
Your dad always would make that joke.
He loves that.
It's the date with the command to March 4th. All right, Edwardsville. We'll be here in Edwardsville nearby, March 25th, and then down in Marion, Illinois on April 1st. And I was talking to a few people about that one, and they're like, are they really coming down or not? Because they were Fool's Day.
That's good.
That's super good. So that's the Lights Kid Conference. We also have a few different ones coming up in February. I'm gonna pull up the exact date. I don't have it written down here.
Fire Up is February 24, 25, 26.
See, you're the date master. So February 24th, 25th, 26th here in Troy, Illinois is the Fire Up High School Ministry Conference. It's going to be a great time. Worship led by the Harvest Worship team, and we've been working. The core team has been working all year, planning everything that's going to be going on, and we're looking forward to that conference. If you go to harvestministryteams.com, go to the conferences on there. You'll be able to get the link to both of those conferences and definitely sign up and bring your students there.
Yep, it's going to be good.
It's awesome.
So just saying thanks to a few people here. These people gave on Facebook, and we appreciate it. Mark and Susan from Troy, we're so glad you guys joined us on the Harv-A-Thon. And Bob from Belleville, Linda from Highland, Dawn from, I think, Troy, at least from Troy UMC for sure. We already mentioned Angie. Rick from Troy, thank you for your donation. David from Troy. Trading the Gospel gave on Facebook. Wow. And so Jeannie already mentioned. Christina Bishop, she wins the award for giving very first.
She was the first
She was the very first person, like as soon
awesome.
as it came out. And on a side note here, welcome everybody who's just coming in. Thank you for coming. Glad you're here in person. We're just kind of seeing how this goes as it goes. But one of the things that that we were going to say was that the Facebook giving closes tonight. So we like put pressure on ourselves. Not that you can only give through Facebook, you can give other ways too. But as far as giving on Facebook, the fundraiser ends this evening. Hal from Oklahoma. Hal is like a good friend, and so it's cool to have his partnership. Allison and Andy from Troy, we're glad you guys gave toward the Harv-A-Thon. Bridget from Marion as well, or somewhere around there. So
yeah.
And Deb, we already mentioned Kelly and Russ. Yep, I think we got everybody from there.
Awesome.
If there's any other names, Courtney or Marissa from the website, you can bring them over to us and we can make sure. Actually, maybe we can log in here real quick.
We shout out to them.
Yeah, we'll do a
if you
little
want to
shout
give,
out.
like Tim said, today through the rest of the day here on the Facebook, you can give there. But then even like into tomorrow, you can also give at harvestministryteams.com. It's right there on the main page. There's just a button you hit give now, and you can give there. Also, if you scroll down just a little bit underneath there, you can see our goal progress towards our goal of $30,000 because we're looking to get a newer van. If it's a new van, that's cool. If it's a newer van, that's cool too, yeah. And you said before, for those who might have not been on here before, but Tim, how many miles have we traveled this year? Is miles on there?
It is on there, and it's a very rough estimate because we don't really keep good statistics of that, but it's somewhere around 15,000.
15,000?
13 to 15,000, I'd say. That's the high end.
15,000.
Yeah. I mean, we made a trip to Texas for the college spring break mission trip with Ken Reingens, and so that ate up, about 2,500 of it right there.
Oh.
And
it's all part of the ministry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't mind at all. But
no, it's awesome.
It was fun driving down there. We already mentioned a couple of these people, but we can mention Marjorie, I think, from Belleville, and Ruth from Troy. We appreciate Jay and Ruth and their partnership. And Larry from Granite City. Dan from Glen Carbon, and we'll be hearing from him later. Dan we appreciate your gift to Harvest. Dan has given a lot of gifts to Harvest because he is somebody who sits around and helps us figure out about the he helps us figure out about about the sound stuff. Yeah, he showed me that the thing popped up really far there, so somehow now it's up to 13,000.
Wow.
So that's awesome.
That is amazing.
So that's not quite half of the goal yet, but it's getting close.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What a blessing. Yeah, in all this, I mean, we really just, I mean, you guys all play a big part in it, but we also lean into God, that God is going to encourage people to give towards Harvest Ministry Teams because we have, my goodness, Tim, like how many, people has Harvest Ministry come across that have become pastors, like youth pastors, children's pastors, worship leaders, ministry leaders just within their church, gone on to be missionaries. I mean, like, my goodness, like.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of quit doing that statistic a little bit because it seemed a little strange because some of those people were kind of going to do it anyway, but they did pass by us. So
That's right.
We were connected to them.
We rubbed elbows.
We give God glory for it, and as far as number of people on teams over the years, it's somewhere around 350 people have traveled and served playing music with Harvest Ministry, and out of that bunch, there's a whole bunch who work in churches. There's just a lot of churches. In fact, if you happen to be on here, I don't even know how many people are watching right now, but if you happen to be on here and you're watching the feed and you are somebody who has served on Harvest, we'd love just to hear from you. So you can say something, or you can tell us what you're doing these days, or, you know, hey, Noah, he says he remembers the trip to Texas and wonders if we got the cracker crumbs out of the seat yet. Yeah, you do kind of nest in the van when you're going down to
that far away.
Yeah. So
did everyone have their own row so they can?
Everybody had their own row.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Awesome.
Okay, we're going to move into a couple interviews here, at least one for now, because Ryan's here. But Clint, if you'd like to interview Ryan, I just thought it'd be fun.
Come on down.
And we already mentioned a little bit about him, but we can also celebrate since the last Harv-A-Thon. He's gotten engaged. Don't forget he got engaged since the last Harv-A-Thon.
Oh man. You're like doing real life stuff.
I know, it's weird.
Ryan, welcome, man.
I'm back.
Get you mic'd up.
Here we go. And
I thought you were walking up here with pie, but you have those little smokies.
well, the pie's for you. There's actually only one slice left out there, so I'm glad I saved you a piece.
Yes. I appreciate that.
But yes, for those of you who weren't on at the beginning, I came on with a hot dog.
Yeah.
And then said every time I come up here, I'm gonna have a different thing of food. So.
Different thing of food.
Different thing of food.
Little weenies.
Little weenies.
So, how many different restaurants have you eaten at among the road trips for Harvest? How many do you think?
Oh my.
What are some standouts? I mean, we're gonna give some like plugs right here, but
So, one that I always remember is Fazoli's.
The breadsticks.
The breadsticks. So that was a heck of a story.
Yeah.
We had finished. Where was the event?
Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon.
Yeah. Mount Vernon.
And
it was their like fall festival or like
it was
a
fall festival.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like a chili cook-off thing.
That's right.
And when we finished up, all the chili was gone.
Yeah.
So we were hungry, so we went to Fazoli's.
Which was like right across the street.
Yes, it was like you could see it from the parking lot. It was great. So we went there. We went through once. We had a bunch of breadsticks and regular food. Then we went through again to get more breadsticks because we ran out.
Wait, so continue your story. I have a question about that.
Then before we left, we went through one final time to get breadsticks for the road back, and myself and D-Tat were having a competition on who could eat the most breadsticks. I don't remember who won. I don't think either
In
one.
the end, did anybody
No
win?
one.
No
I don't
one
think
won.
anyone won. But then we're
Awesome.
like halfway home, and then I don't know who saw it or who found out. Someone looked up. It was National Breadstick Day, and Fazoli's was giving out free breadsticks, and we just did not know about
And
it.
you were buying breadsticks
We were
each
buying
time.
breadsticks the entire time.
They saw you coming. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Well, that's a great story. I mean, being a part of Harvest Ministry, there's always stories like that. It's just great. But the story that I want to hear about is how you got involved with Harvest Ministry teams, like as a leader. Like, how did you get involved with Harvest?
So, I mean, like you, Clint, I've kind of known about Harvest all my life, just about.
Yeah.
But so it was when I was in college. So I think it was my the summer between sophomore and junior year.
Okay.
Tim needed some help with one of the camps, so I went and helped out. It was a small team. It was a very small time thing. Oh, there we go.
Hey.
So did the one event. It was at Beulah. I don't remember if it was Institute or Junior High Live.
Junior High Live.
Was it that one?
Yep.
Okay, so 2018 Junior High Live.
Yep.
And
I
then-
remember that one. Those were good.
Those were good days.
Those are good.
And then the next summer, I was actually looking for an internship for, my career, and didn't work out. And I was like, you know what? Hey, Tim, you still need an intern for the summer? So completely just
And there you have it.
there, and that's how it all started.
That's
and I worked
awesome.
as an intern for the whole summer,
Yeah.
doing all the things that he mentioned.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
And he's got the whole list out here, like things like drum, saxophone. What is that? Oh, MC.
yeah. Okay.
MC tech.
Did anyone else know that MC is spelled EMCEE?
Never.
The first time I saw that, I was like, Tim, what are you doing? Like, why are you why all those extra? It's just MC. And then I was informed that
That's how you spell it.
apparently it's an actual word.
It's
Who
a
knew?
weird word. So on all the things that you've done with Harvest Ministry and leadership and music and everything like that, what are the standout things that have really like helped you become the man you are today?
Well, I think it has to be the skits.
Oh yeah.
The skits. So I don't know if you know this, but through my time at Harvest Ministry, I became an opera star.
An opera star.
Yes. So at the events, we do like little skits, where
Yep.
and one of our most common ones is where we tell a story. Then we have to do it fast. Then we do it slow.
Okay.
Then we do it at a theme.
Okay.
Well, usually like the last few themes, we'll let the kids shout out what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Which has led to some interesting ones. We've done ballet. We've done we've done Western. We've done pirates. But I think my favorite was opera.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. Tim, do you remember what story the opera one was?
Samuel 3.
Yeah.
Samuel 3.
Yeah. So I did the whole skit singing opera, and everyone else who was also in the skit was supposed to do it, and I don't think anyone did because
just did it.
they were just laughing too much at how great my opera singing was.
Well, I won't ask you to do that. How's that?
That much appreciated.
So Tim actually kind of like alluded to some like big life events in your life that has happened since the last Harv-A-Thon. Like, can you share about those two huge events?
Yes. So big event is I got engaged to Courtney. Where'd she go?
She ran away because
She ran away.
She heard
She
this
knew
was
it was
coming.
happening,
Yeah,
so
it
she
was
ran
coming.
away. Yes, but Courtney, who also helps out a lot with Harvest events, actually met at Beulah Junior High Live. But we got engaged during the summer, and then we're also buying a house.
Man,
We actually close on the house Wednesday,
like in just a few days or like 2 days ago?
like in a few days.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's awesome. Congrats.
it's crazy.
You're like an adult now.
I know. Remember when I was a high school student?
Yes, I do. I remember you being a high school student playing drums for the high school band here at Troy.
How long ago was that again?
I don't know.
We,
A while ago. Well, that's awesome. So, rapid fire questions. All right, you got to come up with them quick.
Okay,
all right?
okay.
Favorite Harvest ministry?
Favorite Harvest Ministry? Harvest Ministry.
Sorry, memory.
Memory-
Favorite
favorite
Harvest ministry memory.
Memory, Junior High Live 2019.
2019 Junior High Life. All right. Favorite Harvest meal you've had?
Oh, that cake. What's the cake that we had at? Chocolate eclair cake.
Oh, at camp? Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. This is like, this is good. Okay. So what's the most typical Harvest meal?
Like that just Harvest has had, or that we've had with at camps?
At camps, at lock-ins, at everything that we do. What's the most common meal that we have?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs? That's awesome. You know, real quick side note, we went and played somewhere. I don't know if you were there. It was up north. It wasn't the fall nights of worship. It was something else that we went and did. But they made steaks. Yes, for
What?
real. So that was my favorite meal.
No,
Do you remember that?
I would remember
it was
being at that.
So good.
What? Why was I? Where was I during this?
Oh, you
my
were not
goodness.
there, and it was so good. Anyway, so one camp memory.
One camp memory?
Yep.
Playing nerds after
After in the cabin.
in the cafeteria when the day is done, we all go out and we play nerds.
Yep. All right. One last thing. Favorite story about Tim.
So we were driving to Epworth camp, and we were just talking in the van, just normal stuff, going through questions. We ended up talking about how everyone's eyesight was, and
Okay.
because obviously mine's not great. I think Courtney was there. Hers isn't great. And Tim was like, "Oh yeah, my eyesight's great. It's been perfect like all my life." And as he's saying this, he is just blowing by a stop sign that he did not see. We're just like, "Yeah, you great."
Oh my goodness.
It was the perfect
can
timing.
we edit that out? I feel like insurance premiums are about to go up or something.
Whoops.
Oh man, Ryan, that is so magical. Thank you so much. I appreciate. I mean, like I moved away and everything like that, but I get to see everything that you're a part of
Yes.
now. And oh man, you are a huge key player here at Harvest Ministry Team, long time, and it's great to see you.
Yeah.
Filling that role. Oh man, I get a hug.
Yeah, you get a hug.
Man.
Hey, there we go.
Was that for the hug?
That was for the hug. You know.
No.
Hey, well, let us have the moment. Come on. Well, all right.
All right. Tim's coming back down.
All right.
You came up with 3 of the little Smokies, and you have 1 left.
There we go.
Magical.
Tim's like, I gotta get him off the stage.
As Tim is coming up, I'm gonna do a joke because we haven't done enough jokes.
Oh, yeah, we definitely got to keep doing
All
jokes.
right, so here is a joke. Let me read this. What's the difference between ignorance and apathy? I don't know and I don't care.
Hey,
I got a head nod.
thanks Noah for.
Oh my.
Thanks to Noah for giving toward the campaign. Some other people have too. We're gonna have to look at the list, but
Oh, wow,
let's see here. Okay, here's another joke. I'm so good at sleeping, I can do it with my eyes closed.
Oh man.
These are terrible jokes.
Those are
Hey, what's
magical.
sad is we have like twice as many people as we did a while ago and less laughs. I think everybody's eating food. So.
They are. How's the taco soup? Is it good? Yummy? Thumbs up?
All right. What did the drummer call his twin daughters?
What's that?
Anna 1 and Anna 2. Anna 1, Anna 2.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Tom Tom. That's his sons. All right.
One more joke.
One more joke. Is it bad when you laugh at it yourself? All right. Despite the high cost of living, it remains popular.
That's good for this day and age.
Yeah.
Inflation and whatnot. That's kind of
There's
inspiring.
a groan. A groan.
Hey, thanks to Diane. Diane actually is in the house and she gave toward the Harv-A-Thon. We appreciate you. And so I know this is kind of a big goal to say 30,000. It's also a big goal to say 30 monthly givers.
Yeah.
So far we've had 2 new monthly givers.
Oh, awesome.
And so that's pretty neat. And it's not as you know, that's just a part of the partnership that helps us do things that aren't necessarily visible. Like,
Yeah.
It's like insurance and copies and postcards like these to tell churches about events coming up and
Yep.
stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. I appreciate people partnering with us monthly. And, you know, another thing, I had a realization a few months ago. I kind of had this thought, I would love to be, you know, the type of person that's able to say, what do you need at the church? Here's $200,000, here's a check. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'll never be that person.
Yeah.
Like, there's just no way I'll ever be that person.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you start thinking, well, I'm gonna give a little bit this month and this month and this month over the course of all the years that Suzanne and I have tithed in that way, I don't know what the total is, but it's big. I mean,
Yeah.
like, so in effect, we have done that, just
Yeah.
not all at once.
It
So
all
that's
adds
really
up.
cool.
Yeah, and you know, it's one of those things. Like I was looking at here at one of these statistics here. What's crazy is this number of email subscribers. So we have 4,300 email subscribers, and what's super cool is that like, if all of our email subscribers teamed up and each of them gave $10, we would have way past our goal.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so like really, it just takes a lot of us to work together to meet this goal. And to do that, you could give on Facebook, right in the link with the video. It's right there. But also you can go to harvestministryteams.com, and right there there's a Give Now button. And you just click that, and like you said, you can do a one-time gift, or if you want to be a part of the team that supports Harvest throughout the year with everything that goes on, you can hit a reoccurring gift with that.
And I guess I should, that's definitely true. And I guess I should say that I'm 7 of those email addresses. I have to check things out. So,
That's awesome.
Our goal just went up to 3. We now have 3 new monthly givers who
awesome.
have given toward the ministry. And just a couple other people I think that we haven't got to share yet. Did we already say, we already said Allison and Andy. Thank you guys for being a part of that. And also thank you to so we have 2 different Kennett families here. One of them is, 2 different ones. We appreciate both of them, and glad you guys are here tonight. Okay, well, I want to make sure that we get through everything that we actually do need to do. here's something for anybody that's watching online or maybe here in the room, who knows. One of the cool things is the summer teams. We have a little, I think a graphic for this in there that you can pop up. And basically, you can get on the website to find out what it means to join the Harvest summer team. And we're praying for more people to do that. You know, if we had people that guitar players or keyboard players that love to lead and they're college students or, you know, have a summer free for some weird reason. Or I know Courtney goes with us in the summer and she's a school teacher. And she started going to college, but then now she's free in the summer still. So she's like a big part of that. So there's a lot of ways for that to work. But
and the cool thing also is it's not just like musicians. I mean, if you like to serve in tech, we need people that can help with tech, with video and sound, and also like if you have like a passion for, I mean, anything, like just leading.
And you know, some of the summer things are like go one day and come back home. Most of the summer though, you have to be at kind of a certain stage of life to be able just to go and hang out for 5 weeks. And just be there. And you eat camp food, and you know, sleep in the dorm, and you catch COVID. I think we figured out though, based on who got it where, that I don't think I started the trend of that.
You didn't start the trend?
Because nobody in the dorm got it except for me.
Nobody in the dorm got it.
Yeah, I don't know how I did. Except I didn't sleep much. But
which is amazing because, like, that should break. Never mind, let's not go there.
Yeah, so we are going to do something here if we can, Josh. We didn't prep you for this, but can we pan the camera a little and just get a view of the fun look out here of all these people? So last year we tried to do a studio audience and it was Lauren.
Yeah. And it was amazing though, because we, like I said earlier, we pulled up like we used the pews that were upstairs in the sanctuary. And they're cushioned and they're cozy, and we made this little lounge area. And it was awesome.
Well, we didn't have many seats because of the pandemic, so it was half the pews. So we wouldn't, if we were going to do it this time, we would have to really rearrange. We're going to do a little pan here just to see people hanging out. The cool thing is people are visiting and talking, but I don't think you can hear them that much on our setup here. So a big thanks to Emily as well. Emily, appreciate your monthly contribution and your giving. So that's really cool. All right, I don't know, I hope we're not missing anybody's comments on Facebook, but if you on Facebook want to tell us something about where you are, like if you're a Harvest person, where you live, or what you do these days, or if you are, you know, if you've, whatever the case is on Facebook, we're welcome to have you share with us. Oh, wow, choreographed leg crossing there. That's cool.
Oh, that was awesome. Man, Tim, we are.
So we're about ready. We're $9 away from, we haven't really brought the money yet much. We're $9 away from the goal of, so let's just say we're at this, because I'm sure we'll get $9. So we can confidently say that we are at $15,000 for the Harv-A-Thon.
Halfway.
We're halfway.
That's amazing.
And that's like 45 minutes early, because if the Harv-A-Thon is 5 to 9, you think we'd hit half at 7, but that's not the case.
It's all right.
People might be busy or whatever.
So,
do we have that graphic going?
And people are also like just now getting home and stuff. I mean, if they would work over, you know, in Missouri, they're getting home now and able to hop on and watch this. So
or wherever people are from. Another interesting thing is that you could have people that are from, you know, all over the United States or the world. I don't know where everybody's from that's watching this, but we're glad that you're watching.
Has anybody give from a different country? Has anybody give from a different country?
Wait, we're over. Refresh it. Oh, we're over 15. Yay.
Look at that.
We said we needed $9 and now we have 100.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you all. That's really cool. So that is really, really neat. Okay, let's rehash one more time here what we have. We have the goal is $30,000 and another goal is 50 people texting in to be a part of our texting group. We don't overwhelm anybody with text, I don't think. It's usually like a couple a month, but it's just to stay in touch and be a part of things. There's actually a few words for texting. One is, it's the same phone number. You could text pray or you could text harvest. If you give to the ministry, you can also text sower and be a part of the support texting loop, just of like, hey, thanks for giving and all that. The number is mentioned in Facebook, but I'll do it again. Oh, I think I commented too many times. It won't let me comment.
They won't let you comment?
So that's sad. What? Good, it's on the screen.
Awesome.
So you can text Harvest to 618-243-7476, and at the end of the night, we're going to go through that loop, and we're going to see who, of today's group.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some older people too, but the group. And then you can win one of the new things.
Ooh.
A shirt just causing devil grief or one of the other things. So
That's awesome. I think we have almost, this might be our furthest person, but we have someone in Orlando, Dennis.
oh yeah, that's yeah. My parents are in Orlando, so they're the farthest
They're
right
the
now.
furthest right now. Can we get a
That's cool.
California?
It'd be awesome if we could get to California.
I remember so we're gonna jump into conference world. We were doing the worship conference, and it was the year of the pandemic, and it was all online, and it was a great experience, and I love it. I think we learned a lot about video through this. But I remember we had someone from Ireland, right?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
Just some dude signed up from Ireland, and it was great. That was definitely the furthest person that we've reached. That's amazing.
That is wild.
So if you have any family members who are overseas, you should get a hold of them and have them comment in here, and we could see where from around the world.
It depends on what time it actually is there. It could be.
Just do it
middle of
anyway.
the night, yeah. Yeah, after that day that the guy from Ireland joined us for the worship conference, we sat in the office and Clint said, from now on, we're an international ministry.
We are an international ministry. We have served. We served in Haiti.
That's true.
So we've served internationally. So we have Ireland. I mean, we've been internationally.
But we have also primarily, I mean, it is neat that it's international, but we've primarily literally invested almost 3 decades in kids right around here in Illinois.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, lost your mic. And that's really neat because there's just a lot to that. Okay, well, we want to. What did you say?
I saw it on the screen, Paul.
Oh. We want to welcome everybody that's here. I know that we have people from various parts of our circles, and so you may not know everybody here, but feel free to say hello to somebody. It's good to see the DeZeos here. Glad you guys made it, and the Lightners. And Nancy, so glad that you joined us, and Brian and Tracy, a whole bunch of people around. That's really cool to be a part of that. So right now we are at $15,160, and when we hit $15,200, we will tell a joke.
Ooh. You know what?
I don't know any joke that's worth $40.
We should tell 2 jokes.
Yeah, we'll tell 2 jokes if it goes up. Yeah, that's cool. So the donut goal, if you want to see this, all you got to do is go to the webpage and hit it. And the donut goal is halfway.
I love hitting refresh because every time you hit refresh, it scoots around.
It just scoots around.
Yep.
So we're going to get that going in just a moment.
So
what is the money used for? And we haven't said this for a little bit here.
Yeah.
Oh, we better refresh, see if we're going to tell a joke.
Are we going to tell a joke here?
What is the money used for? Oh, it went over 400, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so we got to tell a joke.
We got to tell a joke. I'll grab one too.
Okay, this might be the best joke of the night. A Mexican magician tells the audience he will disappear on the count of 3. He says, 1, 2, and poof, he disappeared without a trace.
Oh, man. All right. So here's a joke. Here you go. You look like an owl who.
Wait, that's a tough joke. I forgot to actually make that make sense when I put this in here.
So I'm going to get,
I'll do this to you. Here we go. Ready? So we'll just tell people how this joke's supposed to go. They can try it at home.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to say, you look like an owl, and you're supposed to say, who?
Who?
You sound like one too.
Oh my goodness.
That's terrible. I've written out like that. Nobody ever get that.
All right, here's one that I'll say. I said, a book fell on my head the other day. I only have my shelf to blame. Yeah.
That's terrible.
When you get an audible cringe from the crowd, that's where you know you're doing it right.
Yep. So we are live on YouTube and Facebook. So if you are out there on either one of those, then we want to just say thank you for being a part of the Harv-A-Thon. And the goal is there's Oh, we got 6 people watching on YouTube. Thank you for being a part of that. The goal is to give toward the ministry, and why we need people to give is because even though Harvest does have sales and event registrations, and we invite people to give when we go to a church for honorariums and that kind of stuff, we still rely on ministry partners to cover about 50% of the budget, so that we're able to make things like go. And so the money is used to send a team to ministry events to get in the van and go. We did that whenever we, at the end of the summer, we had like several one-night events where we took the sound system set up outside and did that. But also the summer camps that we go to, but also the events that we host here at our church. So Troy UMC is a big partner. They're kind of the home base for the ministry, and we appreciate everybody from the church. But even when we're here, we have to kind of like go to the event.
Right.
We have Harvest team members coming from all over to make it here, and so that's really cool. All right, we are going to, let's see, 6:20. Let's do this video. We've got a piece together video of some summer stuff. If Josh is still around, we're gonna.
I've got a question for you.
Oh, do you still have? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, there was a church. So Emily's talking on Facebook. I see now. There was a church that used to always come to the Washington Light Kids Conference for years and years, and they would always bring their own shirts that they made with the theme. So they'd find out the theme, and they'd print their own shirts with their own youth group theme.
Are you serious?
So all the kids would do that.
Oh, that's
amazing.
amazing.
And so Emily, I kind of forgot about that. But
is it her church?
She used to be a part of that church, I guess.
Oh, man.
And yes, they would give us one, and I did wear those, and it was really cool. I can't remember if it was embroidered or silkscreen, but it was like nice shirts.
That's
like nice
awesome.
T-shirts. So that's really cool. Hey, well, we're glad everybody's here. We got it on the screen here. We'll have it on the live feed. But this is a little bit of a summer video wrap-up of some of the team members, a few pictures. It's not totally conclusive of the whole summer, but just a little snippet, and about 7 minutes worth. We're going to show this, and we are now up to $16,000 on the goal. So a huge round of applause to everybody who's given, and we just think that's amazing, and we're looking forward to seeing if we hit the goal, and trusting God's going to use this for a lot of seed planting and kingdom building. So,
Amen.
So on to the video.
My name is Henrik August Skera. I'm a part of Harvest worship team this summer 2022. And one thing I enjoyed about being part of Harvest is seeing the kids enjoy and have fun under the presence of God, and learn more about God through the different worship sessions, Bible studies, and in general, like spending time and fellowship with each other. One specific thing that I really liked was the talent show, and the talent show in Beulah Camp where they just laughed at me saying yes, and they even wanted me to say yes, the word yes, even right after the talent show. So that was like a goofy thing that happened during camp. And being a part of Harvest team, there's like more fun stuff that we've experienced, like fun stuff like that we've experienced, and that's just one of them.
My name's Michelle Williams. I am a recent graduate from Oral Roberts University, and this summer I've got the wonderful opportunity to travel on Harvest missions team this summer of 2022. And one thing I've really enjoyed about being a part of Harvest this summer is being able to minister to kids, teens, everyone of all ages through music, movement, and even though I was just playing on the keyboard, it was a really humbling experience to just be able to just play and be able to just be an example of who the Lord is and who He is in His kingdom, and just flow with the Holy Spirit through just wherever He has me go, and just being able to pray with others and being able to just minister like while making crafts with the campers, and being able to just run and play with the campers, and just being able to just do what a lot of people told me I would never be able to do. Like, I've been told countless times, you'll never be able to be a part of missions or be able to like be on a worship team or et cetera, et cetera. So it's been really humbling to me that I've been able to do that this summer. And it's an experience that I am hoping that God will use in the future and grow upon in whatever He has me do in the future.
My name is Marissa Story. I am a senior college student at SIU Edwardsville, and this summer I had the opportunity to be part of the Harvest Worship Ministry team and in 2022. And one thing I really loved about this summer was that each week, even if it was just 1 day, 2 days, or maybe a full 5 to 6 days, we got to spend a lot of time with kids and getting to know them, getting to learn about their worship journey, and basically through song get to teach them more about the gospel, about God's word, about His love, and even like I learned a lot being involved in the whole process, and it's just really cool. And I also love just in general getting to spend time with my other teammates and just the other adult staff that would help us, and it was just basically a huge group effort, and you could just tell that God's love and God was there through all these events and everything that we were doing, and I just thought that was really cool.
Thank you to everybody in that video. That's the summer team this summer. And we actually have, if you get on YouTube, there's several summer teams videos that we've made. It's not been consistent. Sometimes it's, you know, some years we do it, some years we don't, but it's pretty cool. I know we've already said thanks to Deb, but thanks, Deb, for your gift to Harvest. And so refresh your total there, Clint, because I
just did.
Oh, okay, good. So we're over 16,000.
That's awesome.
And so our little graphics, I think we went up by 5,000 until we got to 20,000, and then it goes up like 1,000 each
Increments?
because
Awesome.
who knows?
Who knows?
How long that'll take. So the way that, oh, and there's Eric made it. Glad you're here, Eric. The way that we wind up getting people to watch on Facebook is to invite people. So if you are on your Facebook, on your phone or whatever, if you could just, wherever you are, watching here in the room or online live, tag somebody in the feed or just say to, you know, send a note to a friend and say, join us in this. So anybody is welcome to help inspire or invite people to give toward a ministry. And it's fun to do that because you see the fruit of that pretty quickly, and it's you're able to just experience God at work by that happening. So anyway, I just want to invite us to do that. The more people who are actually watching on Facebook or YouTube, then we have the opportunity to invite people to be a part of it. So I don't know what the total is over the course of the night. Right now it's somewhere around 15 or 20 people watching live online. And so thank you to each person who's doing that.
That's right.
But people are in and out, so who knows? I'll just say we've had about 100 people, I'd say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, easily.
So thanks to everybody who's a part of that.
Ooh, so right now it says 14. If you, let us know if you've been watching since the start. Has there been anybody that's watched from the beginning? I think last year we had like,
there was like
3 or 4 people who watched the entire time.
Marissa's watched the whole time, yeah. Actually, didn't she come up and sing for a while? You missed part of it.
Oh, she missed. She doesn't count for the free shirt.
Hey, just a couple quick things. We appreciate everybody being here, and we're going to show the hoodie and the T-shirt again. This is just for fun. Maybe it's still here.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just want to share a couple things with us. Yeah, let's do
Ready
that first,
for it?
though. Yeah, let's do it.
All righty. I thought you were getting out of there. All right.
So we have the Just Causing the Devil Grief shirt. And you can buy this if you're here, or you can, we don't have it on the online store yet, but you can let us know. We can figure out a way to,
This is an awesome shirt.
Yeah, it just says, we're causing the devil grief, Harvest Ministry. And I think that's just fun to basically do.
That's super
say.
fun. I like causing them grief.
And then we have the 3/4 length Harvest dry fit like pullover. And we just got these. And the back just says since 1996. And so we praise the Lord for that. And the last thing is a hoodie. It says Harvest Ministry Teams.
Yeah, so, this is great. Tim, what does this H logo mean? What's the story behind the H logo?
The story behind the H logo. So a big shout out to Donna Frankamata if she's on here. But the H is going up to say that, actually going out is to say we're going to go out to sing and serve and share. And the going up is to remind us that we are raising up the next generation of Christian disciples and ministry leaders.
That's
awesome. That's kind of the tagline, go out and raise up. But it's also the other part of that is the thing of loving God and loving people. And so that works too. So,
that's awesome.
Yep.
It's also, I guess, right behind us.
Oh, yes. It's on my shirt, but the logo's on there.
That's great.
Okay, if everybody that we're connected to gave toward Harvest Ministry, the Harv-A-Thon would be like 20 minutes long.
It'd be over.
Just think.
Done.
And so if you are connected at all, or you're a part of this, then we invite you to join us. I think we've had 3, maybe 4 people give on a monthly basis to commit to that for this year.
Yeah.
And it just went up again.
It just went up again.
Yeah. So we're at 16,540, and we'll keep on going. Here's a little bit of the vision for Harvest, and that is that we want to buy a newer van. The van we have still runs. Sometimes it's a little wonky when you're pulling a trailer. The air conditioner doesn't work.
You mean the heater?
All of it. It's like there's too much.
The heater, yeah.
It was hilarious because we messed around, had a group of, I don't know if you were in there, but it was like a group of junior high girls driving back from Beulah camp.
I have videos of this.
And if we hit the gas pedal, then the air conditioner would go off. But if you release the gas pedal, you had to go really slow, but the air conditioner would come back on. And they were all in the back of the van yelling the lyrics to songs in rhythmic fashion and not really like melodically.
Yeah,
it was like
spoken
Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Just over and over and over. They were laughing and giggling. And I was sitting up there driving in the van thinking, either I've got to drive fast and hot and get home from all this, or I've got to drive slow and cool and listen to it longer.
Get this. Oh, man.
I didn't know what to do.
That's so magical.
So we finally made it back home.
I think I still have the videos from that.
It was,
oh man,
it was really hilarious. So we're looking toward getting a newer van, as opposed to like we've done in the past where we just wait for the van to die and then scramble to find a van.
Yep.
We've had about 9 vans for Harvest Ministry since it began.
Oh wow.
And the reason we've had so many is because so many have been so bad that they are short-lived. But
Tim, what are the names of the vans?
The names of the vans are Beef Nub, Ham Nub, The White Squirrel, Hippo, Wigwam, The Rat, Don Higgity, and there's a long story, and Powder Puff and Scuff.
Is this one Scuff?
No, this one never got named because every time we named them, they die. So I just
You just
stopped
did it?
Yeah, we just didn't name this one. So.
Oh man, well, you need to name this one. That's a good tradition. Just keep it going. And I am thoroughly impressed.
Yeah.
All right. That you remembered all of those names.
I'm the Harvest historian. Every time the bell rings, in case you're new tonight, that means somebody gave, and so thanks to everybody who is giving. And we got to keep the bell ringing a lot.
Have we said how they can give?
Yeah, let's do that again.
Okay, yeah. So you can give in a couple different ways. One, if you are actually in person, we have these awesome giving cards, right? And you can fill that out. They're on the tables, and you can give in person. You can also give through the Facebook fundraiser. Where you're watching this video, there's a link there, and you just hit donate, and you can just put your dollar amount in there. And then the final way is if you go to harvestministryteams.com, there's a little button that says Give Now, and you click that, and you can enter in your donation and give there. But the amazing thing is, and we're trying to get 30 of these, is you can also, when you're giving your donation, you can hit a little button in there that says reoccurring, and you can give a reoccurring gift. And we're trying to get 30 of those this evening. Yep. Trying to get 30
new
people.
monthly givers.
And I know we've gotten a handful of them already, so that's amazing.
And all gifts matter, but it's also cool to have that ongoing relationship. Some people give regularly once a year, and that's cool too, and we stay in touch. And you know, we're not, I guess I'm not the best at the logistics behind staying in touch well, but I've always kind of just told myself that our goal is to, so now we're up to 17,100.
17.
That's awesome.
This is awesome.
So I've always told myself I sort of would rather say, hey, I'm out singing and serving and trying to create conferences and do all that. And so at times we may neglect a little bit the connections, you know, on a real regular basis, but we do all we can to say thanks and to appreciate everybody who's a part of it. So
it's good.
I think that's really good. A couple other things about Vision, and one is that we always love it when we can do new recordings because that just helps people stay, you know, reminded and connected. And we don't have one of those scheduled right now, but we're hoping to, you know, get to that at some point. Over COVID, we did a kids conference album. It's called The Adventure. Another thing that we do is we have people who come and speak at events. So Sarah Wink came to speak. She's a pastor in Quad Cities, but was on Harvest team back in '99, and she was awesome at the fall rally. This year for the fall rally, we have Jeremiah Bolick. And so I think we have a slide for that if you want to put it up. But Jeremiah was at Beulah camp.
Yeah.
And was a great preacher.
A great speaker. Everyone loved him, and he really spoke to the students, and it was awesome.
And I'm trying to figure out, we might even try to have adults come to the fall rally next year.
Yeah,
just to
it's
hear
good.
it. And
For
I might
sure.
just have him do all the seminars too.
Just have him do everything. I mean, it was powerful. I was taking notes vigorously and everything, and it was
Yep.
great. So.
The other thing that I just want to keep doing, and this is a little bit of, we already mentioned, but the non-glorious stuff of like insurance, office, paper, paying for copies, and for the most part, Harvest is lean and mean. We don't really have a building. We praise the Lord, use Troy Methodist Church for events, and it all works out good. But also we have, we just have the van and the trailer, and that's pretty much what we, and we're paying for people to do things. And so we are trusting that God is using that in big ways. You might have seen in the video, the cool thing about one of the pictures in there was some kids signing a life jacket. Oh, yeah. And that just seems like a simple picture, but it was after a kids event, and the theme was Rescue Me. And at the end of that, we invited kids to basically come forward and pray. And as they did that, they were welcome to sign this life jacket to say, "Thank you, Lord, for rescuing me. I appreciate it." And we don't get real deep with kids as far as the invitations, but the invitation is clear and simple, and that is, Jesus loves you, and you are welcome to give your heart to him and say, "I love you too." And we invite all the kids to come pray. Yeah. And at all those events, every single one of them do. And they usually come before you even finish telling them what they're supposed to do. They just roll up there. Yeah. And so that picture in that video, you can see it later online, is a whole bunch of kids gathered around the table with a life jacket trying to sign it. And if you want to scare a bunch of adults, put out about 15 Sharpie markers in a room full of 100 kids. And they are trying to keep it all organized, but I just was watching that thinking, that is like seeds being planted and kids having core memories of being at church and responding to Jesus. Yeah. And one of these days they're going to get older and they're going to like respond to Jesus in other ways, but that was just really cool. Yeah, so
those are always awesome memories.
And the same thing happened at Beulah Camp this summer, just the kids going up to the altar and praying. I mean, it's just powerful times. So that's really one of the reasons why we try to keep this going.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, what else we need to tell people? In just a moment, we're going to sing another song, and I just want to share for a few minutes with everybody here. But
so you were talking about, I just want to share with them where they can, you were talking about the new album, the kids album, Adventure. You could go to harvestministryteams.com/music, and on there, you can actually, there's little links to all the different Harvest albums. But if you kind of scroll through there, you can also find access to listen to them on Spotify or YouTube and so on and so forth. But yeah, you can actually order them. We have physical copies of some of these.
Sort of. They're kind of running low. They're only $1 though.
They're lean and mean. Yeah. That's awesome.
We got to get rid of them because nobody has CD players. But if you look at the music page, there's also an instrumental Christmas album. And so it'd be cool to have basically now.
Basically now.
Yep, with all the snow and cold weather in our area, everybody's like Christmased already, ready to go. Okay, before we sing another song here, let's just see where we're at, and we'll tell a couple jokes. And the goal is at $17,140, and awesome. Thanks to everybody. That's awesome and amazing, and we just think that's really cool.
Joke time?
It's time for a joke.
Oh man. We have a lot in here, so we need to do this
Thanks,
more.
Courtney, for cutting the jokes. All right, here we go. Did you guys hear that the world champion tongue twister got arrested? I hope they give him a tough sentence.
This one is very on point it's very timely. What is the turkey's favorite black tie celebration?
I have no idea.
The butterball.
Hey, this is my second favorite of the batch, I think. Today, a man knocked on my door and asked for a small donation toward the local swimming pool. I gave him a glass of water. That's good for a Harv-A-Thon.
Oh my goodness. So how do you keep a turkey in suspense?
How?
I'll tell you at Christmas.
That's not nice. That's good. One last joke. Yeah. We got too many. If you're ever attacked by a mob of clowns, go for the juggler.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Everybody left. That's the best joke
Go
so
for
far.
the jugular.
Hey, we should, before we get there, since we had the tongue twister joke, we should get Rod to come up here. Rod's hilarious. We're going to have Rod be the tongue twister guy to start with.
All right, come on.
Come on up, Rod. We need a volunteer, and we didn't really want to ask anybody.
He's been voluntold.
Yep. Now, since this is a game, why set up music? I'm going to let Ryan come here and be the tongue twister giver. Rod is Rod Rep. He supports Harvest, and he and his family come to a lot of the events and do a lot of stuff. And so he also plays percussion and some other things. So we are going to now.
The expert triangle player.
We're going to let Rod do like maybe 3 of these tongue twisters, and then we'll get another volunteer. So.
All right. I guess let's see if you can say them. We'll start with 3, and if you can do well.
3, huh?
3 ones fast, and then we'll see. If you're good at them, we'll increase. Clip that on, my dude.
Clip it on. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So the first one for everyone watching, Irish wristwatch.
Irish wristwatch.
Well, he got 1. All right, here we go.
Eddie edited it. Scissors sizzle, thistles sizzle.
Okay, so we got 3. Now I want you to go back to Irish. Yeah, that one.
Wristwatch.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Irish
So
wristwatch.
Say it 3 times fast.
Iris wristwatch. Irish.
Irish.
Iris. Iris with the wristwatch.
We should. All right.
Where'd you get these?
I don't know. All right. Let's try Eddie. 3 times fast.
Eddie edited it. Eddie edited it. Eddie edited it.
Ooh. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Let's see.
You gotta say them too.
I gotta say them? Okay. Scissors sizzle, thistles sizzle.
Scissors sizzle, thistles sizzle. Scissors sizzle, thistles sizzle. Scissors sizzle, thistles sizzle.
Okay. Can you go faster?
No.
All right. Let's see. Who should we call up?
We need to get one more volunteer.
I know. Who should we call up? Who do you think we should call?
Diane.
Diane! Come on! Please?
That's why we want you.
That's why we want you up there.
Can I sing a tongue twister?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I think it's funny that you have me introducing these and I cannot enunciate well. But big hand for Diane coming up here. Oh, there we go. Oh, the bell for you. Someone donated because you came up. It's perfect. All right. So the first one, Unique New York.
Unique New York. See, I told you I'm terrible at tongue twister.
No. Try it again.
Unique New York. Unique. I can't do it.
Yep, no.
Sorry. Unique New York. Unique New York. Sorry.
Okay.
Badee, that's all, folks.
Okay. How about toy boat?
Toy boat. Toy boat. Toy boat. Toy boy.
Toy
Toy
boy?
boy.
Toy boy?
Toy boy.
Toy. Okay.
Oh, I see the next one. Selfish, shellfish. I can't even do it once, guys. Selfish, shellfish.
Okay.
Selfish, shellfish. Selfish, shellfish.
Shellfish?
Shellfish, shellfish.
Shellfish. You know, gotta have the shellfish.
He threw 3 free throws. He
Yep.
threw 3 free throws. He threw free throws.
Three
Well, 3 free throws.
All right.
All right.
Oh, there's one
I'm
more.
done.
No. There's one more.
Oh, 3
They just
three thin trees. 3 thin trees. 3 thin trees. 3 thin trees. That was
Hey,
that was
there
my
you
easiest
go.
one so far.
There we go.
Okay.
Now let's see. Who out there thinks they can do better? Who's like an expert at tongue twisters? Carl?
Carl.
How are you at
Carl's
tongue
always
twisters?
a good game player. Come on.
Are you, do you see any other Carls out there? All right, let's see how Carl does with some of these. We'll try and pick out some hard ones. If I need to, I can look up some harder ones. If you truly are an expert.
Diane did a good job.
Okay, well,
She did.
we're off to a good. She did do a great job. We're off to a good start. All right. Here you go.
Oh, it's delayed, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, it's
So
delayed
you can
there.
cut me out.
Yeah, if we
Just
need
talking to this?
Yep. So let's see. Irish wristwatch, 3 times fast.
Oh, an Irish wristwatch.
Okay. Can you do it faster?
Do it faster?
Do it faster.
It faster?
Faster.
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 It faster.
Faster.
It.
Okay.
Oh. Irish wristwatch. Eddie edited it.
Okay.
Scissors, sizzle, thistle, sizzle.
Okay.
Unique New York, toy boat, selfish shellfish. He threw three free throws. 3 thin trees.
Yo, 3 thin trees. You know, it's the easiest one, but you can almost see spit.
Oh, thank you.
There
Oh
we go.
no,
There
somebody,
we go.
yay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Okay, you want me to do any more? You want me doing faster?
Well, how about this? Do you want to do a joke?
Sure.
Yeah.
I just
we'll
read
do
it?
some jokes. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and pick one. Oh.
All right.
All right.
Ryan.
Here we go.
Which side of the turkey has the most feathers?
I don't know. Which side?
The outside.
Can you guys you guys online? Can you hear the sound effects? Okay. We don't know.
We don't.
Yeah, we don't know. Well, thank you. Are we ready for the
Yeah,
next
here
thing?
you go.
Since Carl is up here, this is Carl Inman. He's representing the Harvest Board here tonight because the other guys are gone, wherever they are. You might be online, I'm not sure, but Carl Inman, he's does a lot of stuff at the church and a lot of ministry in a lot of ways, and he and his whole family. So appreciate you and
Thank you.
part of the ministry.
And if you want to be on the board, you don't have to do all these tongue twisters.
Yeah, you can be on the board without doing all the tongue twisters.
It's actually a requirement to join.
It's part of the interview.
Yeah, and it's good to see Jennifer back there too, and everybody else who has come in. We're so glad that you're here. We're going to do another song here, and I want to talk just for a minute, and then we will continue on.
We were able to hear the sound effects. That's good.
A comment go by from Epworth Camp and Deborah Riddle. So shout out to Deborah Riddle from Epworth. She said she told all the Epworth people to get online and make a comment there from Epworth. So if you're making that now, I can't actually see it, but you can know that we're thankful. Epworth Camp was the first week-long camp I ever did way back in 1992 before Harvest ever started, and then lo and behold, I've gone there to do the week of camp every year since, or maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, except for just a couple years. A couple times we had other people lead it. And over the years when someone else has led Harvest teams, it makes me laugh because then the following year I'll go back and they'll say, oh, where's Harvest? Because they thought somebody else was now. They just, kids really just latch on to whomever. And so I think it's awesome to think about the team ministry being that way, that different people connect to different people. And that's why in 1996 when Harvest started, it just kind of was like a floodgate because there were so many opportunities for different team members to connect with kids. So we do go lead music in a lot of settings, a lot of places, but we don't hide out in the green room usually. We are always sitting in dining halls with kids and hanging out and visiting and talking and playing games. And I think that's part of the reason that Harvest has been invited to go to some of these camps for more than 25 years now in a row. And so I think that's just really awesome. Well, for anybody that's new out here, haven't been here yet, we're singing 2 or 3 songs tonight. And welcome, Tony. Glad you made it. Dan, glad you're here too. Somebody had to bring Tony since he's only grade school. But we are glad that we have an opportunity tonight to raise money for Harvest Ministry. We're going to sing this song, and I just want to share just a little bit about just my heart for the ministry in general. And then we will move on to continue more whatnot until we reach the goal, or until 9 p.m. Either one. Ooh, maybe next year what we can make a note of is we'll stay here till we hit the goal. That may not work. I don't know. Some years we hit the goal, some years we don't. That'd be terrible to pick the year that you don't hit the goal to commit to staying here. It's like more pie.
Who am I that the highest king would welcome me? I was lost, but he brought me in. Oh, his love for me. Oh, his love for me. Who the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. Free at last, he has ransomed me, his grace runs deep. While I was a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, he died for me. Who the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God, yes I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. Oh, I am who you say I am. Who the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God, yes I am. To the Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God, yes I am.
Man, I love the cheesy bell. That's hilarious. Every time somebody gives. So if you can hear it from online, then that means somebody gave something toward the goal. I haven't seen the goal here for a little bit, but I just want to share for a moment to everybody who's here and everybody who is watching online just a couple thoughts. And then, just so we know where we're going, after that we will do we'll give Kurt a call, and then we'll tell a couple jokes, do a little thing, and then we're going to interview Dan. So we'll do that after a couple things. And I don't know, if we give somebody a phone call, we'll just put the little lapel up to the speaker of the phone. Hope it works. All right, just for a couple moments here, I just wanted to share a couple scriptures. And one of the scriptures is two things that have been on kind of our the heart of the ministry for the last 6 months. One is from John chapter 14, verse 12. Whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these because I'm going to the Father. And so that's one of the phrases that's been like it was the theme of our fall rally. It's just been around a lot. Diane's actually wearing the shirt, greater things. And I just can't hardly wrap my mind around it. It's almost like it's not giving me stress really, but it blows my mind to think that Jesus did all this stuff, and then he says, you will do greater things than these because I'm going to the Father. So there's a lot in there. He's going to the Father, which means that's our support, and the Spirit has come to us, and the Spirit is alive in us, and we're able to make it happen. But I just wonder sometimes if there needs to be more of our willingness to watch God work through us. And that's where my mind gets blown. Because if we're going to really see greater things than Jesus did, then what does that look like? And so my prayer really for Harvest, even though Harvest is a grassroots kind of thing, even though we've been confused at times with the Greg Laurie Harvest out of California. In fact, somebody even sent us money one time and said, I appreciate your radio program every morning. And I was like, oh, wrong Harvest. We're the Southern Illinois, like little Harvest. And she's like, oh, the Lord must want you to have it then, so you can have it. And I sometimes just think about, it's just that. How's God going to do greater things? And so there comes this next verse I wanted to share, and that is from John chapter 6, where Jesus feeds the 5,000, and there is a small boy there that has these 5 loaves and 2 fish. And the disciples, they're not really sure how this is going to work. And so verse 9 is what makes me think. This is what the Faithful Friday podcast was on this topic this morning. The verse 9 says, here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish, but how far will they go among so many? And that's kind of the question that I usually lean toward in my life. I don't usually lean toward this, oh man, we're going to make it big, we're going to make it huge, it's going to be amazing. It's just, don't worry, here we go. I usually lean toward, how in the world are we going to do that? Like, how's this going to happen? And somehow, in the process of God at work, this question gets answered. And so, here's the thing I've been thinking of. I want to ask God those questions. I basically just want to ask the Lord, how in the world is this going to work? And as God fills in those answers, that's where the trust comes in. And I hope that makes sense. It makes sense to me that I want to see greater things, but I have no idea how in the world that's going to happen. And so my thought is, I want to continually ask the Lord, how is this going to happen? How are you going to make such a big deal out of such a small thing? How are you going to help us to do mighty miracles whenever all we have to offer is just 5 loaves of bread? How is that really going to happen? And one of the things I've known over the years is that it happens in ways that we can't even fathom. Somebody will mention something, at a little comment, and we'll say, hey, this happened way back when. And I know that's true in my life. There have been people who have done things or said things, played guitar, sang at our church, or just done something that invited me to take a step closer to Christ and love Jesus more. And that's really the crux of our ministry, is inviting kids to be a part of things and then basically saying to them, take a step toward Jesus, grow in faith. You're not going to learn it all in one summer camp or one youth weekend, but this is like a little step that says you want to grow in faith. There's a couple other things I wanted to share, and that is a couple quotes about raising money and that idea that God will do amazing things. I as I've gotten older, I've learned to think a little more in terms of fundraising. When I was younger, I would just say, I'm not a fundraiser, I'm not going to do it. But now I feel this sort of burden that says, if we're going to continue to reach kids and continue to call young adults, then somehow we've got to cover the expense of doing that. And so it kind of makes me a little more motivated to reach out to friends and family and say, let's try to make this happen in a little bigger way. But I also know that money is just a tool. Like Anne Graham said one time, I heard her speak, and she said something along the lines of, well, you know what God thinks of money. He paved the streets with gold. he used it as asphalt. So I mean, like, that's like a different perspective. Like, it's just a tool that you can just use. But here are a couple things that I've heard and have thought is really awesome. These quotes are from Henry Nouwen. And one of them said that people have such a need for community and friendships that fundraising really needs to be a community thing. And that quote inspires me to think more along the lines of a group of people who we're connected to, that we know, that we love, that we're part of life with them. And whether it's a one-time gift or a monthly contribution or whatever, it's sort of like the money is a tool, and the money is it's generous, and it's a Christian thing to do, and all those other things. It helps send harvest teams, but it also unites us in friendship. And so that's really awesome too. And then the second thing is that he says is to raise funds is to offer people the chance to invest what they have in the work of God. And I just think that's powerful that sometimes we think in terms of we've got to do this. But in reality, God is speaking to each one of us, and we have this opportunity to use the gifts we have and the funds we have and the words we have and the breath we have, all of it, to give back to him and invest in the work of God. And so everybody who's given, this room full of people, everybody who's given online, helped us get to the goal, which I'm not sure where it's at right this moment, but everybody who's been a part of that has been a part of investing in the work of God. And so that's really awesome. All right, so one last thing, and before we do this, in this segment, welcome to Elizabeth. We got her keyboard going for the next couple songs, and her sister Eden. Eden actually went and played with us one whole week up in the Quad Cities a couple summers back. We had her playing the box, and she hit the box so hard that at the end of the day, she took off her ring, and one whole side of her ring was flat. So it was no longer round. She was hitting the box. So we're glad you guys are here. This video it might be a little more geared toward people who are connected to life around here at Troy, this church, but it's also maybe inspiring for other people as well. Churches have the ability to send people out, to send people into ministry. And there are a couple things that happened here in this building as I was growing up that propelled me in that way. So we want to share this video, and then we will give Kurt Franklin a call, ask a couple questions, and we're going to make sure we interview Dan. And if you're here in the room, have food if you'd like, dessert, visit, do whatever you'd like to do. But we'll keep ringing the bell, keep praying for the goal, and we're going to watch this video now. It's about 6 minutes or so. We're gearing up for the Harv-A-Thon, which is an evening of fundraising for Harvest Ministry, which has been going on since 1996. And really, before that, though it wasn't officially named Harvest Ministry, it was just me and the guitar doing music. And most all of that was launched from a couple different experiences here at Troy UMC. I thought I would share a little bit about those in this story. I'm standing in the room known as the children's area beneath the sanctuary at Troy United Methodist Church. And this room with the accordion door has always been called the accordion door room. Way back in the late 80s, the first youth pastor we had at this church somehow talked me into setting up my guitar and sound system and having a concert for the youth group, basically all my peers. And for whatever reason, I said yes as a junior or senior in high school. Well, the night came, the youth pastor hyped it up, made it a big deal. I think there was like 60 students sitting out here in the fellowship hall at the time, now the children's area. And at the starting time, I was hidden away in the accordion door room, and the youth pastor opened the door, turned on the stage lights, and I did a concert for about 45 minutes. And it's really the first thing I ever did like that in my life to that degree, and it had a big impact. Somewhere soon after that, we had another person come to our church to lead music. He set up his guitar somewhere right up here near this wall. All the students sat in the fellowship hall area, and it was, I think, in January of 1990. And I listened to this person and thought to myself, I could go sing at churches like that. And literally went home that very next day and wrote letters to about 13 pastors that I knew. And the first call I ever got to go sing at another church was on February 13th of 1990. at a sweetheart banquet in Jerseyville, Illinois. And from there, the invitations kept coming in March, April, and May into the summer. And really, ever since then, the Lord used that small open door to create an opportunity to do this for most of the last 25, 30 years now. Well, that all started at youth group when I was a senior and we had this event happen. Here in the Family Life Center, as soon after it was built, somewhere around the fall of '95, I was an Asbury Seminary student and invited a couple of my friends to join me in doing some music here at a concert for students and for our church. We set up chairs, we set up a sound system, we put our keyboard, guitar, and percussion right there at the wall. What is now the open stage area was just, again, the flat wall. And it was that night, somewhere in the fall of '95, that I invited students who might be interested, some young adults who might want to come with me, to join me for a summer of ministry. Well, what happened was that night, 3 people responded to traveling with me the next summer. One was my brother, one was my cousin, and one was named Jill, a girl from the church. And as it turned out, that summer propelled Harvest ministry. God opened doors that we could have never imagined. And the team aspect, the worship band aspect to ministry just took off like wildfire at the camps and ministry events that we were a part of. And that all began here in the Family Life Center in 1995. I started working here at the church around 1998, and somewhere around 2004, after a visit with a church consultant, my role was changed to helping with worship. At that point, we had 3 services in the sanctuary, 8, 9, and 10:15, and the leadership team decided to move the middle one to the Family Life Center. At that point, we still just had a wall and no stage. That lasted from 2004 or so until about 2012. Every Saturday, a team would show up here to set up the stage. The stage was a bunch of plywood and 2x4s that somebody made. Some of it's still used today for special events and for the preaching platform each and every week. Every single Saturday, we'd set all that stuff up, get ready for worship. And then eventually, around 2012, they added on a stage so that the worship team could set up, most of the stuff could stay. We could do a lot of productions and plays and concerts and choirs and worship each Sunday morning. And every once in a while, when I'm standing up here leading, I just think about the fact that way back in 1995, I set up my guitar and sang for a crowd of people, and Harvest ministry began. Way before I ever worked at the church, way before I ever knew Harvest would be a thing, way before I knew I'd do that for most all these years since graduation. When I do think of that, I think of all the hundreds and hundreds of kids and students from various churches all over the area who have been here for conferences, retreats, and special events. I think about all the folks in our church who have been a part of ministry and worship and leading and serving, and even in this space of this room, the basketball games and volleyball and everything else that's gone on, VBS and camps. So much has happened for eternal impact here in this space, and I'm thankful to have been a part of it, and praise the Lord for the longevity of it. If you've gotten to the end of this video, then you've heard a couple of the stories of the launching points of music ministry and Harvest ministry in general. And I don't know if I've said it already, but a big shout out and thanks to the whole Troy UMC congregation, just for the opportunity to be a part of the ministry here, but also for the ways that you have been a home base for Harvest over all these years, and have the partnership mindset that allows us to celebrate together all the lives that have been changed and all the students who have been introduced to Jesus, encountered His grace in their lives. And we're praying for more of that, more opportunities for that. And I just want to give a big thanks.
Over here?
We're here.
Hey, there. Oh, it just got.
Hey, so something amazing happened. We were up here before we went on music, and we did an announcement that we were at $17,400. And I came over here during that video, and I was just kind of curious of where we were here at, because I heard the bell was going crazy. And I think we have a slide for this, but we were at $22,700. So we are coming in on this goal. And man, oh man, like that is such an amazing thing. And everyone who's giving is a part of all the ministry over the years that you've seen in this video and what Tim was talking about in his little devotional time over there. And you know, our goal is $30,000, right? And the big need that Harvest needs, because we go everywhere, is a new van, as Tim likes to add on the I'm going for a new one. We need a new one.
We need a brand new van.
We need a new one. And the goal is $30,000 for that. And it's amazing. And there's several different ways that you can partner with us. And you can give online on the Facebook. There is on the fundraiser, something's happening back there.
Something's going on back there.
On the Facebook fundraiser, there is an ability to give on there. You can also go onto harvestministryteams.com, and you can give on there. There's a button to give, and you could do a one-time gift, or you could go in and you can do a reoccurring gift. So you can help support Harvest Ministry Teams every single month throughout the year. And there's a couple of different things that we really want. With that annual giving, we want to try to get 30 more of those.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know, Tim talked about it before, but that really helps with the routine stuff of like insurance and printing off things and advertising, because as he talked about, over about half of what it costs for the budget of Harvest Ministry Teams comes from those givings that way. So that's super exciting, man. Like I came up here and I just hit refresh, and I was really curious on where we're at, and boom.
Yeah, there we go.
There's a hot jump. So yeah, and I know that we have an interview coming up here in a little bit.
Yes.
And I think he has to make his way up here.
Yes.
From the look on his face, I feel like Dan didn't know that this interview was going to happen.
Did no one fill Dan in?
So Dan, so Dan's going to come up here.
Well, it's either you or Tony, so get up here, Dan.
All right. So I'm going to hop off, and you are going to interview Dan.
Yep. Dan the man. Here we go. Let's welcome Dan up here. Here he comes. Oh, I think you have a shadow. You do have a shadow. So, would you like to introduce yourself, and I guess introduce your shadow, your mini?
Okay. All right. So my name is Dan Yarger.
Hi, Dan.
Member here at Troy UMC, and this is Tony. Everybody say hi to Tony.
Hi, Tony.
All right, you have interview questions?
I do have interview questions, and I don't have the fancy screen, so I have to use my phone. Okay. So you do a lot of stuff here around the church, like some would say too much, but so.
I'm not sure how to take that right now. Okay.
So you do sound, you help set up tech, you've done a lot of updates, even in the sanctuary for lights. So we've seen what happened, but how did this all start? How did your journey with Troy UMC?
So the journey with Troy UMC started when my wife and I started coming with my in-laws. So we started coming, gosh, I don't know how many years ago that was. And so at that point, later on, I started helping with the security ministry at the time. Mm-hmm. And then I had been talking to Josh a little bit, and there was a weekend that came up, and he said, hey, I can't be here. Can you run sound? And I said, sure, I used to do that in college. I can do that. And so at that point, I came in and I ran a weekend, and then there was this thing called COVID. Have you heard of it?
I think I have. I think it was
so
kind of a big deal.
And Josh says, I'm afraid I'm going to die. Could you sub for me for 2 weeks until this blows over? What do we? So I always tell everybody I'm 3 weeks into my 3-year commit or 2 year 3 years into my 2 week commitment or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old typhoid Timmy, way to bring him in.
Yeah.
Well, yes. So, and thank you for your third year of a 2-week commitment.
Yeah.
This place could not run without you. So let me check my notes here. So Tim always says you have like big visions for how the service should run and how things should go. So like, talk about what kind of that vision is for what should a worship service strive to be, or what is
Like from a tech standpoint?
Yes.
Okay, so one of the things that Tim and I have talked about several times, and the vision that I have is I always say, the worship band and the pastor provide the message, and the tech team provides the impact. So, however we get that there, and we bring that to everybody who shows up, whether that be through lights or sound or special effects or there's going to be an or. I don't know what it is yet. It's fog.
There's always something more that we can do. Yeah.
Tim hasn't seen my proposal for pyrotechnics yet.
I think he knows about it now. Yeah, Tim, put it in the budget.
Take it out of the donut budget. So that's always been my goal. And so Tim had asked me to come and hang out and do some harvest stuff as well. And I said, yeah, we could do that. And then we started talking about a sound system and something that's portable. And he's like, hey, let's get something that fits in the van. So it's kind of where we're at.
Yeah. So obviously, Harv-A-Thon's all about giving. Tim says you have some really good one-liners about giving to Harvest.
Oh.
Can we hear
some
of those?
I don't know whether, so this came from high school, and so if it probably came from something else, and who knows where that was. But, we had a joke that we had in high school, and we always said, does anybody know what the best nation in the world is?
What?
Donation. Nobody's laughing.
No. There we go. Everyone was like, see, we should have written it on here, and then they would have laughed.
Then they would have laughed.
They
Yeah.
would have been laughed.
Well, and then the same thing that goes with it. And, and do you know what the greatest city in the donation is? Generosity.
Oh my! All of the jokes here tonight, folks. You better write these down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I've always had this thought. You do that with if you think of like the televangelists of old and whatever, and I always said, so the joke was, come forward and put one hand on your television set and one hand on your wallet, because the sooner you give, the sooner you shall receive.
Mm-hmm.
So take your favorite TV minister, and there it is.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Dan. I think it's about time, but thank you so much for coming up. And actually, Tony, do you have a joke? Or I think that's an old one.
That's an old joke.
Tony, you want to tell us a new joke? Let's take that out. Put it there.
Oh, that's good. You want me to read it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear about the kidnapping at school? It's fine. He woke up.
All right. Thank you, Dan, for this and for everything else that you do. All right.
All right. Well, thanks again for everybody being here. And I know this is like come and go. Some people have already left. Some people just coming, and you're welcome to stay as long as you can. And
They just made a fresh pot of coffee, so I'm staying.
good. That sounds good. So let's just update on the goal again. The update is $22,705, and so that means that we still have a little ways to go to get to the end of the goal.
We're so close.
But it's pretty close.
It's amazing.
So if we get to 23, did we put up the 22,000
We
graphic?
did. We had that graphic.
Oh, okay, good. So if we get to 23, we'll do another graphic. I tried to add emojis to the graphics when we put this together.
Yeah.
With little hidden emojis popping up here and there at different places. So.
Oh, I haven't seen them.
Yeah, we haven't seen them up
man.
here. Yeah. But we appreciate everybody who's given, and I don't think for a little bit here we've been able to say who has given, so we need to do that. Yeah. And let me just look here to see if I can get to this page quickly. I've made so many comments on Facebook that Facebook thinks I'm trying to spam it, and so they won't let me do anything else. So No more comments from me. Everybody else will have to comment. But let me just get to the link page here. And while we're doing that, let's just tell people how to give again. If you're watching online,
If you're watching online, like I said, you can give right on the Facebook fundraiser. You can give right there, and it will go to the overall giving. But if you are watching on YouTube, or if you're also on Facebook and just want to go, you can go to harvestministryteams.com, and on there is a button that says Give Now. You can click on that, and you can put your donation in there, or you can also do that, and if you want to be a part of the 30 people that we're trying to recruit to join our team to give monthly, you can hit the reoccurring giving amount there, and each month it will automatically come out, and you will officially be partnering with Harvest Ministry Teams and helping support the ministry and how we can help enhance the kingdom of God.
Yep.
So it's awesome.
That's really good. So I noticed that Ann Connor gave. Oh,
Hey,
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say last names or not, but Ann is from Beulah and DuQuoin. Also, a little word to say that we want to say thanks to Glenn Todd. He brought some of the food tonight.
Oh,
and,
yes.
And Suzanne, my wife Suzanne, got a lot of it together, and other people might have helped. I'm not sure who all, but so now we are up to 5 people who are committing new to give monthly. And so a big thanks to Crystal's name is on here, and you and your whole family. Thanks for that. That is awesome. And then we also want to just make sure we, let's see. Okay, here we go. Cora from way over in Albion. It's awesome to have your support. And she was part of Harvest along the way. And Tracy was here, and Brian, they're gone, and they gave toward the Harv-A-Thon. And Nancy from Indiana. So that's awesome. I'm glad that you gave. And Eric is here, and he gave. And Heather and Jason, thank you for giving to the Harv-A-Thon. We're just now catching up, so we're reading a bunch of names. Matt. Now, Matt is from Ohio, so we are getting some other states here.
That's
so
right.
I think you still live in Ohio, Matt. And Debbie and Rich from here, and Melissa. I'm not sure where you're from, Melissa, but oh, that's your sister. Yeah, Eric wins the award for getting his whole family involved. I looked through the list last year, and like all these people with the same last name from all over the country. I was like, how in the world that happened? He texted everybody. I don't know what you said to him, but we need to do like a little tutorial about how to get your family involved.
That's amazing.
That was great.
Get the whole family.
And Jenny, we're glad that you gave, and your whole family. And Ann, I already mentioned Ann, and Jennifer is here. She gave toward the Harv-A-Thon, and she bought a hoodie. She was cold. So I was thinking, we're going to turn the heat down a little bit.
Yeah.
Everybody buy a hoodie.
That's right.
No, I'm just kidding. And Nancy, again, thanks for your gift. And hey, Clint.
Yeah.
Your wife gave.
My wife gave?
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
Good going. Thanks to Clint's wife. And Hannah, there's another one with Eric's family. So Hannah, that's your daughter. Okay.
Man.
That is awesome.
So we need to have a meeting after this about how to get the whole family involved.
Yeah, that's really good.
The family text. So if you're watching right now, if you're one of the people who are watching, you need to be like this guy, and you need to text your family and be like, hey, there's this awesome thing going on that you can be a part of. And every bit comes together to reach our goal.
Yep. And I just missed somebody here. It's Kim, also from Indiana. Thank you, Kim. Kim was on Harvest, and she's among the people who are a front runner of people who have served the longest on Harvest. Because she started when she was a senior in high school and went for like 10 years because the way her life was arranged, she was able to do that. And so that's pretty neat. Okay, I think we said, and I don't think we said Erica. Erica from Troy and your whole family, thank you so much for being a part of giving to this thing. So it's awesome. All right, well, has the number gone up?
I haven't heard the bell ring. Let me hit the refresh.
Yeah, I haven't heard the bell ring either.
All right.
What we need to do is next time we'll just get a few people that give like $300, but just give $1 at a time so the bell rings more.
It's constant.
Just kidding. So at 7:30, we still got to do a few songs and we got to do a couple other things, but just a little note to make sure that everybody knows that part of the idea of talking about faith stories is that this, there's a lot of branding that goes with ministry these days. We do have Instagram and we have Facebook and we have Twitter, even though nobody cares much about that anymore. And we have logos and shirts and websites and podcasts. There's a lot of branding that just has to go with the ministry and the culture that we're in. Yeah. But our main goal isn't the branding part. Like, it won't hurt my feelings if in 10 or 15 years nobody remembers Harvest. Like, that's not the goal. The goal is to proclaim the name of Jesus and plant seeds in the lives of people so that they're able to follow Christ and experience His grace and live a life of not just being in church while you're a kid, but growing up being a pillar in the church, and just doing that. So we've had about 20 or so people who have been watching at any given time, and it's been great. And I didn't get a chance to say thanks, Dan, for coming and doing the interview, and thanks for Josh again, in case people are just joining online. Josh Case back there manning the entire tech world of this thing. And it's great. We've been on for 2 hours and 30 minutes, and we haven't gone offline for any reason. Let me just see what Jeff Nail said something on the video, and I see it, but I don't know what he said.
Well, Heather Wickersham, she said that she came to donate but stayed for jokes, and I saw that a while ago, so I got to give her a joke.
Yeah,
so this one's for Heather.
We'll do a few jokes, then we'll do a song.
All right, here we go. My wife asked me to go to get 6 cans of Sprite from the grocery store. I realized when I got home, I had picked 7 Up. I was confused.
6 cans of Sprite and I picked 7 Up.
And I picked 7 Up.
It's terrible.
It didn't even earn.
What did the fisherman say to the magician?
What's that?
Pick a cod, any cod.
That's so bad. What would the Terminator be called in his retirement?
I don't know.
The Exterminator.
Oh, some of these jokes, I'm scared to even say them. Okay, hang on.
You are like trucking through these.
Well, I'm gonna throw them back in.
Oh, okay. They say that money talks, but all mine says is goodbye.
I heard a joke the other day. This isn't in the lineup, but it was about a guy that said, "I need a raise" to his boss, and then the boss said, "Oh, how come?" He goes, "Well, I got 3 companies after me, and I just figured you'd want to know." And he goes, "Oh, what companies?" He goes, "Gas, water, and electric."
Yeah. Oh, it's magical.
Yep. Here's one. The rotation of the earth really makes my day.
Oh. You need a second sound over there, like the dun-duns and the wah, wah, wah.
Hey, thanks again to everybody who's here. Thanks to everybody who's watching online. This is the 2022 Harv-A-Thon with a goal to reach, hey, we could put up the 23 graphic. Somebody want to hit the 23 graphic over there?
We have officially
We are at 23,030.
Awesome.
That's really awesome.
That's super awesome.
And we have about an hour and a half left, which doesn't seem too long, but
no.
There's the moving emojis.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The goofiest little emojis. But. Okay, so 23,000 for the Harv-A-Thon, and the goal is to reach 30, and the purpose of reaching 30 is to propel the ministry into next year, to maybe purchase a new van, if not just a newer van, which is fine with us, and then all the non-glorious stuff that we've mentioned, like just ministry stuff, insurance and all that. So before we sing the song, though, Ruby, is Ruby out here still? Oh, where'd she go? We lost her. Yeah, we'll save that for a little bit later. She had that funny little story. I just wanted to have her share it later.
Okay.
So we are now going to transition over to the songs, and we can set up, and we're going to crank out "God Is So Good." We have Elizabeth joining us. So I don't know where Elizabeth went, but Elizabeth is from Fairfield, Illinois. She serves on Harvest on a lot of occasions, and for 1 year did an internship here and was around for all of it, and so that's really cool. And so we're glad she's here. So she's going to be singing this next one, and it's called God Is So Good. So we'll meet over there, and we'll do it. And most of the songs we're singing tonight aren't even recorded through Harvest. One of these days we need to get down there and do it again, but they're still great songs. And you'll probably recognize this one. God is so good in the key of G. I know that, oh, what'd you say? Yeah, play a little keyboard. We'll see if it's working. Hey, I know the online people are still engaged and watching here, but big sincere thank you to everybody who's sitting at tables and participating. That's pretty cool. And we're still talking and doing stuff, so it's hard to say bye and hi to everybody, but hi and bye to everybody. When you have to go, it's cool too, but it's just great to have you and your partnership. So here we go. God is so good.
darkness we were waiting, without hope, without light, till from heaven you came running. There was mercy in your eyes to fulfill the law and prophets. To a virgin came the word from a throne of endless glory to a cradle in the dirt. Praise the Father, praise the Son, praise the Spirit, three in one. God of glory, majesty, praise forever to the King of Kings. To reveal the kingdom coming and to reconcile the lost, to redeem the whole creation. You did not despise the cross, for even in your suffering you saw to the other side, knowing this was our salvation. Jesus, for our sake you died. Praise the Father, praise the Son, praise the Spirit, three in one. God of glory, majesty, praise forever to the King of Kings. In the morning that you rose, all of heaven held its breath, till that stone was moved for good, for the Lamb had conquered death. And the dead rose from their tombs, and the angels stood in awe, for the souls of all who come to the Father are restored. And the church of Christ was born, and the Spirit lit the flame. Now this gospel truth of old shall not kneel, shall not faint. By His blood and in His name, in His freedom I am free. For the love of Jesus Christ, who has resurrected me. Praise the Father, praise the Son, praise the Spirit, three in one. God of glory, majesty, praise forever to the King of Kings. Praise forever to the King of Kings.
I think I've already mentioned this. So, well, thanks for singing, Marissa, and thanks for singing, Elizabeth. Great songs, and we've done a few of those quite a bit, and it's great to. We haven't done any of just the camp type songs, which maybe we will in a little bit. See if somebody watching this is wanting a camp song, but it's really cool to know that a lot of different people partner and do things. And in case you're just now tuning in, Josh is the one doing all the tech stuff. So we appreciate Josh Case, and he brings all this equipment, has all this stuff, and he does this all over the place, evidently. And so great going. And another person I just wanted to mention, even though I think I've mentioned it, is Kim over here. So Kim is helping with the table. Tonight, it's just kind of for fun. We just set it up for giggles, but on a regular basis at conferences, that's a huge ministry to be at the table. And in the summertime, we always say the table, we call it a sales table sometimes. Most often we call it a resource table, but most often it's really just a connecting point. So we're hanging out at the table, and then we have an opportunity to say hi to people and talk and visit. It's like a moment that people, it's obvious there's a table there, so you go there.
Yeah.
And so Kim is that person at events, and we'll set up a tent and in here or wherever we're at, and then we'll have somebody there and then just do that. So now we can put up another graphic. So the goal is moving up, and we are now at 24,155. So that's amazing.
That's
and
awesome.
I think we have the 24. Yeah, great. And I have missed a lot of these comments. I hope people are catching these, but I think we have 117 comments on the live feed.
That's awesome.
So we mentioned the table, and so we appreciate Kim doing that. Hey, also, Glenn just came in the room, GT from Benton, Illinois. So I don't know who the farthest away now is. A lot of people have been here, been a little bit closer, but Elizabeth's from Fairfield, so that's a 2-hour drive. And then Glenn's from Benton, that's a 2-hour drive. So congratulations, you guys tie for the award of being the farthest away. So great going. And somewhere in here, Clint, we had some questions. We had, our notes say, Clint interviewed Ryan, Ryan interviewed Dan, Clint interviewed Tim. What would that be? We've kind of already done that though, so we don't.
Yeah. You know what? So there was a question here. I don't know where it went to, but it was about food at camp. And here we have a hot dog rotisserie thing over there. And I think you should share your summer camp hot dog story that I absolutely love.
Oh, well, I'll tell you 2 stories about that. Stories are fun, and these aren't, I wouldn't call these necessarily faith stories, but they are funny memories that kind of build into the thing. So before I tell the story that Clint thinks is so funny, that hot dog roaster over there, for everybody here in person, we have a lot of food back here, and we might do a spin around of the camera in a minute, Josh, just to show everybody again, but the hot dog roaster, one day I was driving around town getting ready for Fire Up conference, and I had a little note, and I was like, if you'd like to, donate some napkins from your company or some cups or something, we'll use it during this 200 or 300 kid conference, and it'll just be like a cool, partnership, all of us in town working together. I walk into the Arby's, which is in the pilot station, and I had this letter and this manager standing by the hot dogger there in the counter where you can buy all the food at Pilot. And I said, I think I'm supposed to talk to you about the possibility of donating something for our Fire Up conference. He looks at me real strange. He goes, you want a hot dogger? And I said, sure. He goes, we're getting a new one, and I can't figure out what to do with this one. So he gave me the 48 because they were getting a 96.
Are you serious?
That was like 15 years ago, sitting over there.
That's amazing.
So I thought that was pretty neat.
I love that.
But the story you're talking about happened in Georgia, and we were going through the line, and they were serving food. And a girl named Frances, who I still see on Facebook now and then, so if Frances happens to be watching, I don't know if you remember this or not, but it is hilarious. So she's serving food at the camp, and it's hot dogs. And so she's going through the line. I'm going through the line, and then the hot dog comes, and I said, wow, what's that? And she goes, what? What's what? I said, that right there, and pointing to the hot dogs. She's like, what are you talking about? I said, well, I've never seen one of those before. What is that? It's like she goes, oh, that's a hot dog. You've never heard of a hot dog? I said, no, it's weird. It's like a little tube of meat. And then she's like, well, I can't believe you don't know what a hot dog is. I guess you're from Illinois, though, so I guess maybe you wouldn't. And then all of a sudden, she's like, I couldn't imagine not knowing what a hot dog was. I have to eat a hot dog every day. She's got really passionate about hot dogs. And so finally, I told her I was just kidding. I knew what a hot dog was, but that was pretty hilarious.
That's magical. But you know what? She probably, that probably stuck with her. I mean, it stuck with me. I wasn't even there, but it probably stuck with her for a while of this dude named Tim from Harvest that didn't know what hot dogs were. Well, sort of.
Well, I was in that kick for a while. I stopped doing it now because it's kind of goofy, but I was at another VBS one time and they said, could you pass the ketchup? And it was sitting right there by me. And I said, pass what? They said, the ketchup right there. I said, I don't see anything. And then they're like, that's the ketchup. I said, I don't believe it exists. And then this little kid was so aggravated.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, okay, I'm not sure if we've missed other people who have given, but for everybody who is still watching, thank you so much for being a part of the Harv-A-Thon with us. And the Facebook giving closes at the end of the night, and so if we don't reach our goal before 10 o'clock, or before 9 o'clock, then we'll encourage people on Facebook and try to crank it up before then. And same with the website, and the website giving doesn't close down, obviously, but who knows if we might make it to 30,000, or somebody might give a little bit later, which is awesome too. All right. So what else do we need to do tonight? What else do we need to say? Hey, I got an idea. Since we have this live studio audience, does anybody have a question?
Q&A?
What's your question, Tony? Oh, what if we all go missing before 9 o'clock? Ooh. So if we were one step away from the goal and everybody went missing, that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
And it would also be a good reason why we didn't reach the goal, because everybody was gone.
Everyone was gone.
So that's nice. So what are we up to now, though? 24,355. Is that what we had a minute ago?
No, it went up some more.
Okay, good. That's awesome. Ryan has a question. Okay, so just in case nobody heard on Facebook land and YouTube universe, Ryan just said, there was an event we were at last year, and a woman was there and talked to us, this is like a riddle. She talked to us outside the van window while it was raining, and then Ryan just said, what was her name? And so I actually don't remember her name, but I know that it was a big deal that her name was something funny. And you all talked to her at dinner, and I wasn't in on that. Her last name is a hotel chain.
Holiday Inn?
What was it? Brenda Marriott. Wow, you remember. That's good, Elizabeth.
Wow.
I don't know her name, but I know it's March 6, 2022.
We don't remember anything other than her name about that event. We don't know where it was.
Well, it was amazing because it was raining and she's still out there talking to us like it was just kind of like fun just to talk to us out there. Okay, any other questions? Those are great. Uh-oh, I think Dan missed the tongue twister segment.
All of it. It would chuck all the wood.
Oh, we got a question from Eric.
I lost my pocket knife. Where can I find that?
You really lost a pocket knife?
Yeah, not here.
Oh.
Just in general? In the world?
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's, I wish I could help you. Check between the cushions of the couch.
Yes. Check between the cushions.
The couch cushions. That is funny.
So Kelly on here asked, how many harvest events do you think you do a year? That is a great question.
How many harvest events? So
that's some statistic stuff.
So we were gone about 80 days this year on the road, but we basically some of those events are like 4 and 5 days.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure. Man, I wish I could just like have the like an example is in August. I remember on August 6th we were in Carlinville, and then the next weekend we were in Oblong, and then the next weekend we did another event, and I don't remember what that was. So like 3 weekends in a row, and that was after we had just been gone from June 13th until July 31st. And so like each of those things just kind of stacked on top of each other all the way down. And then like in September, it was the Ministry Leadership Conference, and so that was basically a couple days of doing stuff, rehearsal and preparing and eating supper and then doing the event. So I don't really have a number for that. I wish we did.
That's a great question, though.
But we'll try to come
Yeah,
to that in the
if
future.
you're on Facebook and have questions, feel free to ask
Yeah.
any questions. I see the number of watchers has gone up, so I'm going to just like throw it out there. A few different things. Our goal for the evening, just an update on that, is $30,000. And basically there's quite a few different things that we're going to be working on, but the biggest thing that our biggest need in Harvest is a newer van. And that's what we're working towards with this, because everything that we do, we go and serve. So that's a huge thing. And we are like quite a ways into this goal, and we are like getting ever so close. We are $24,355 of that. So if you're watching online, you can give online on the Facebook fundraiser page itself. You can give right there, or you can go to harvestministryteams.com. And on there's a little button that says Give Today. And if you go to that, you can put in your donation and then hit send. But if you want to partner with us throughout the whole year, there's another little button when you're typing in your giving amount that says reoccurring. And you hit that button, and each month it will take that amount out and donate it to Harvest Ministry Teams, and you would officially been partnered with us for as long as you do that. And it's such a blessing when people come along and do that. And I know tonight, through this whole fundraiser, we were kind of looking to get 30 new people to join in to donate monthly with that option. And it could be $5 a month, it could be $5,000 a month, it could be any amount that you feel that God is calling you to take part in partnering with us in this ministry for building the kingdom for tomorrow. So it's exciting. So
that's awesome. Okay, now I'm going to have Ruby come up and tell the story real quick. Ruby, are you here now again?
She's eating a bowl of that fantastic taco soup.
Oh, okay. Well, when you get a minute, I just want to have you tell me this flea story again. I forgot it.
A flea story. A joke about a flea.
Here she comes. All right, I'll give her the mic. Big round of applause for Ruby. You can work
on it? Okay.
You can tell Clint. Okay. As long as Clint says no.
Okay, I'm ready. Tim told me about this flea joke, and I'm ready for it.
Okay. So, if I told you that I had a flea in my hand and he could do backflips, would you believe me?
Yes? No, I would not.
Like if I had a flea in my
hand. If you had a flea
now.
there and it could do backflips, sure, I could believe that.
Like right now, I have a flea in my hand and he could do backflips. Do you believe me?
No.
Okay. Well, he's gonna do one.
Okay.
Do you believe me now?
No.
Okay. He could do two.
He could do two.
Do you believe me now?
No.
Okay. He could do three.
Okay.
But for this one, you're gonna have to hold his jacket because it's too heavy for him.
Okay.
Okay. Do you believe me now?
No.
Why are you holding his jacket?
I'm out. I'm going home. That's good.
All right, thank you.
That's so good. That's solid.
Story. How could I remember that?
That's a good one to remember. I'm gonna tell my kids that.
Since we're just, it's 8 o'clock, we're still just like using up some time. A few people have come and gone, but Pastor Nancy is still here. I'm glad you're here. And I don't even know, we're speaking of like Harvest history, I don't even know how long I've known you, but. Yes. I appreciate your ministry and all the stuff. If you can share the link or text a friend or anything like that, you're welcome to do it, because I think almost everybody probably that's on here probably has given.
Yeah.
So at some point we'll.
Ooh, you know what? We have a giveaway thing going on.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that.
We are wanting to get. Tonight, we're wanting to get 50 new people to join in on our texting service. So if you are here in person, or if you're online on YouTube or Facebook and you're watching this, if you want to throw this slide up, this graphic up, we want people to join us on our texting link. And we only send out a text like once a week, once a month, or if we're like in our season of going and doing camps and things like that, we'll send out prayer requests and everything. But what we want you to do is to text Harvest to this phone number, 618-243-7476. So text Harvest to 618-243-7476. And at the end of all this, we're going to do the random generator and see who is going to get a prize. So,
yep, we're going to pick somebody who did the text subscription tonight.
Yep.
And we're going to try to remember for sure.
Yes.
Instead of like usual. All right. Well, we are at 24,000, and so I'd say if we get to 24,355, if somebody is out there that's listening and feels led to give, if it goes up at all, we'll tell a joke. If it goes up anywhere at all, then we'll say something. But you know what? It could backfire us on at some point, and they may not give because of that.
Because of jokes?
Yeah. Yeah. So Ryan just said he'll put $20 in if we do the IQ test. So, well, you can if you'd like, but here's the IQ test. This is for everybody in the room, everybody on Facebook, you can just listen in. So the IQ test is, a plane is flying with 100 bricks. One falls out. How many are left? Nobody wants to say it because I prefaced it by saying IQ test, but the answer is 1. There's 1 brick left because it fell out. So the answer is 1's left, 99 are still in the plane. 1 fell out. Okay, here's the second question for the IQ test. How do you get an elephant in a refrigerator?
How?
You open the door, put the elephant in, close the door. That tests your ability to understand the processes.
Okay.
All right, so here's the next question for the IQ test. How do you put a giraffe in a refrigerator?
Take the elephant out first.
We've got good IQ over here. So you got to open the refrigerator door, take the elephant out, put the giraffe in, and then close the door. And that tests your ability to remember what you've already done. All right, so now we're going to ask this question. That is that the Lion King is really excited, and he throws a party for all the animals in the entire place. And they're all there, and they all think it's really fun. And it's a great party by the Lion King. One animal's not there. Which one is it? The giraffe, because it's in the refrigerator. Yeah, because it's stuck in the fridge. All right, so.
Have you heard this before?
Now there is a kid that's trying to cross a swamp, an alligator-infested swamp. And he tries to get across the swamp, and he makes it. And he doesn't get hurt by any alligators at all. None of them even bother him at all. Why is that? You know? Oh, wow, that's a big word. Good going. But the actual answer is no, because they're all at the Lion King's party. All right, so here's the last question of the IQ test. The kid makes it across the swamp, but then all of a sudden he falls down, gets knocked out. How come?
Oh, I know. I'm not going to say it.
Because there's a hole in there.
Nope. Because the brick hit him.
What is that test?
that test here, I don't know what that tests, but thank you for telling me to say that. That's funny. All right. So, what else do we need to do?
Well, we can just tell them about a few things on the website. So,
okay.
There's someone donating. Awesome. So, we're coming up. What's up? It was for the joke. We'll get to the joke in a second. So, coming up is going to be the Christmas season, and Tim Price has the acoustic Christmas album on the website. So if you go to harvestministryteams.com/music, that will take you directly to all of Harvest's music. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll find the acoustic Christmas classics instrumental on there.
And we can't play it right now because then we'll get shut off of Facebook and YouTube because it's on Spotify and whatnot.
It's on Spotify.
It'll classify it as something that you're not supposed to do.
Yep. But that's how you get
funny.
to all of our music online. Is harvestministryteams.com/music.
Yep. That's good. We will say a couple more thank yous to people. Diana from Central Illinois thank you for your gift, and thank you for your monthly partnership as well. So it's awesome. And let's see here. Hang on a second. I might have gotten, hang on, let me get back on here. I'm going to find where we're at. So on our little program here, if people do monthly, then they all show up on there. My own name showed up on there as well.
Yours did? So Tim, while he's looking at that, Tim earlier was talking about the summer and summer camp and everything. And if you know someone who is in that age of life where they can take part in a summer ministry team, they can actually, is there a link of a picture of this?
Yeah, I think there's an image of it.
An image, yeah. So we're going to put
it's basically just the website address. But
okay, so if you go to harvestministryteams.org, or .com, sorry, not .org. I don't know why I keep saying that. .com. If you go on there, there's going to be a spot there where people can apply. If you want to go with Harvest and lead music, if you want to be part of the tech team, photos, whatever it is, if you want to be a part of it and be a sponsor, or even just someone who comes and shares messages with kids. We have an option on there on the website for you to sign up on there, and they're kind of getting things squared away for this upcoming summer for 2023.
Yep,
it's gonna be good.
And yeah, and we're always praying for people to come and be a part of it.
That's right. It's harvestministryteams.com/teams.
Yep. All right, let's see if anybody has made any comments on Facebook here real quick.
All right.
And I remember this from the last couple of years. This all started kind of during, COVID type times, but I remember that you get to a certain point here and you kind of start running out of what you want to say because you kind of said it all. But we can always repeat stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll see if anybody has any. If you are on Facebook and you have something you'd like to oh, wait, so here's somebody that says, you up for a song on the spot. If you can make up a song and it's good, I'll give $50. If it's great, I'll give $500. Somebody just said that on Facebook. Anybody else see that, or am I just dreaming that?
I see that. Let's do it.
Hey, Michael knew the answer to the end. The brick hit his head. That's funny. That's funny. You would know that. All right, Michael Cushing. That's funny.
Should we do song on the spot?
Yeah, we could try a song on the spot. So I think what he's talking about is at summer camp, often we will ask kids to give us 3 words, and then the 3 words will be translated into a song. And so I'll have to wake up here a little bit to think of trying to take those 3 words and do it. But we can do it since everybody's sitting around here, and we'll try the 3-word song. And thank you for the fun of saying that. So I guess that's what you're talking about, the 3-word song. I mean, I guess I could just make up a song without
It's still making up a song.
Either way, it's making up a song. So here, we'll try it. We'll see what happens here. Kind of a... they're not. There's 50-50 if they're good or not. So we'll try it and see what happens. So
Did he say it had to be good?
He said if it's good, he'll get $50, and if it's great, he'll get $500. I don't know how we'll come up with a great one. Okay, so now we gotta do the words. Hey, I don't know the people that are watching from internet world. It's amazing. We still have a group here, so let's hear a loud cheer for the group here that's still in the building, so that everybody knows that you're still a part of the thing. And really, truly, last year, a couple people were here, a couple of helpers and things, but Lauren Fear was really our audience last year. He stayed the whole time, sat down in a chair, and he was kind of there. And so it definitely grew this year. So thank you guys for being a part of it. Okay, so now, in the key of B flat for the 3-word made-up song on the spot. So now what we need is words from the audience. So I just need, you can think of one random word. Raise your hand and then. Wait, did you say cake? And you said chocolate brownie? That's hilarious. Everybody's thinking the same thing. All right.
What'd you say? Bell? Okay, bell and cake. All right, so now we need one more thing that's not a food and not, I guess, a ringing object. Anybody else got a word? Christmas? Oh, wow.
Well, there we go.
That's like a concept. Christmas, cake, bell. Those actually kind of do go together. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so Christmas, cake, and bell. For anybody watching, if somebody chimes in like partway through this, they're going to wonder what in the world this whole thing is. But hopefully everybody's watching and sees the setup. This is a song that we're making up on the spot with sort of rather tough words because one of these is a concept, Christmas. Cake is pretty obvious. Bell is. So we'll think here for a minute. I loved getting up on the morning of holidays that were great. I would wake up early and I never would sleep late, 'cause I loved to go and find the tree all brightly lit and stuff for me, and I could not help myself. It was great. And we would sit around with our family and we would have the best time. It was Christmas. Oh, well, one Christmas I remember, a memory that was really great. I opened up a gift and it was kind of like a crate. They must have wrapped it recently, because how did that thing survive? I opened up that gift and I was surprised to see it was alive. It was a guinea pig, a cute little thing. I got that gift and I began to sing. What would I call it? And that guinea pig looked at me and he opened his little mouth and he said, ding. So I called the guinea pig, I called it Bell, and I got it for Christmas, and unfortunately my room started to smell because I never cleaned the cage, but I liked it when he played, and the guinea pig named Bell was with me all that time when I was young. That Christmas is one to remember, because that little creature I got that became part of the family. And the next holiday I remembered after that was my birthday, and my parents bought me a rat, and I could not believe it because I had a whole family of rodents, and one was named Bell. And the Christmas time I got him, oh, it was so swell. But I know that one of the things that is really cool, but I don't want to say it 'cause I think that it's true. Finally my birthday came around, like I said, and I thought it was for the sake. When I took the knife and cut into it, it turned out to be a vanilla cake. And Belle looked at me and said, that's my favorite kind. And I said, mine too. Belle at Christmas and Belle at birthdays, it was really neat. What else could I say? 'Cause friendships are rare and friendships are cool, because that's what Jesus does, unites us. And that is the lesson we could all learn from Belle. Oh yeah, la la. Woo! Well, my line after those songs is, I've heard worse. And unless, I was about ready to say unless somebody recorded it, but this whole thing is live, so if people were on there, they saw it, and it'll be there forever. Oh, good. You recorded it too on top of that. Okay, it's 8:20, and if you are watching on Facebook, we are doing the Harv-A-Thon, 2022 Harv-A-Thon. I don't know how long we'll do these Harv-A-Thons, but they're fun. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, it's kind of like if you stay till the end, it's really it's just cool. So if you have been on the whole time on Facebook, you know, even if you've kind of like just had it on, let us know in the comments. That'd be great. And what key? When was the last time you sang "Baptism of Jesse Taylor"? There's a song that my parents sing, and we've sung at our family gathering a lot. It's called "Baptism of Jesse Taylor," and then Ryan somehow learned it because he got my parents' CD and put it in his car and listened to it on a whole trip. Oh, you want it for Simon Says. So is this a good key? They baptized Jesse Taylor in Cedar Creek. I think it needs to be in. Hang on a second. They baptized Jesse Taylor in Cedar Creek last summer. I think it's in the key of B. I think key of B. Yeah, let's see if I can pull up the key here. All right, so you guys get to hear this song in a rare moment. Ryan has sung this a few times at youth group and on a couple harvest events, but he doesn't sing it all the time. Oh, we got another bell ring. What? Yeah, do that. That'd be great. Let me check the key here real quick. Wow, we don't. Oh. I wonder if you could do C. Baptized Jesse
Taylor.
Okay, that's good. Let's do the key of C.
C?
Elizabeth can't play with us too.
I like everyone back there clapping except for Courtney, who was just like, heard this before.
Yeah, we've heard it a couple times, but this will be good to have on
record, on
so
video.
This is Ryan singing Baptism of Jesse Taylor, a kind of a country song, but also a gospel song. Give me a second here. Key of C. Yeah, we should have waited for somebody to say they'll give us $5 if Ryan sings a song.
Oh my goodness. No one would have donated.
What? We met the goal? How'd we meet the goal? Wow. Well, let's take a look here real quick.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's good. Now's a good time to have Ryan sing because we already met the goal. That's awesome, man. We got to check that out. Well, hang on a second. My thing. Oh, wow, $30,675. We weren't even sitting over there.
How about that?
Yeah. So we've learned the key. Don't sit over there and talk. Come over here and do music. That is amazing. That's really good. So who knows what else will happen? But I think we'll sing your song in a minute, but first we're going to sing the doxology. That'll be like a good ending to this goal.
Right.
Not that it has to end, but it's in the key of G. The doxology is. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Praise Him above the heavenly hosts. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Yeah, it's definitely a thing to give the Lord praise for, and thanks to everybody who partnered with us. Some years we've met the goal, some years we haven't, and this year we did, so that is just really amazing. So people haven't seen that. And you know what we didn't get to do before we sing this song? We got the one graphic that I thought would be funny to put up, the one right before the goal. And we didn't get a chance to put that one up. And so Yay! That's really awesome. That's really good. Oh, Deep Cries Out for Drew. Okay, well, let's do this song first because we've already set it up like 4 different times. So this is Baptism
have
Jesse Taylor, and then we'll do Deep Cries Out, and then we will see what else transpires. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see where our little thing ends here.
Music for the next 40 minutes.
Yeah. Here we go. Hope it's not too low or high. I can't remember the key.
I don't remember either.
Let's start on the
Start on the chorus.
chorus. So here we go.
They baptized Jesse Taylor in Cedar Creek last Sunday. Jesus gained a soul and Satan lost a good right arm. They all cried hallelujah when Jesse's head went under, 'cause this time he went under for the Lord. Among the local taverns there'll be a slack in business, 'cause Jesse's drinking came ran. Among the local women there'll be a slack in cheek, 'cause Jesse won't be stepping out again. They baptized Jesse Taylor in Cedar Creek last Sunday. Jesus gained a soul and Satan lost a good right arm. They all cried hallelujah when Jesse's head went under, 'cause this time he went under for the Lord. The scars on Jesse's knuckles are more than just respected. County courthouse records tell all there is to tell. The pockets of the gamblers will soon miss Jesse's money, and the black eye of the law will soon be well. Judge Jesse Taylor in Cedar Creek last Sunday. Jesus gained a soul and Satan lost a good right arm. They all cried hallelujah when Jesse's head went under, 'cause this time he went under for the Lord.
Now on Nancy Taylor can proudly speak to neighbors and tell them just how Jesse took up with little Jim. Now Jimmy's got a daddy and Jesse's got a family, and Franklin County's got a lot more men.
Baptized Jesse Taylor in Cedar Creek last Sunday. Jesus gained a soul and Satan lost a good right arm. They all cried hallelujah when Jesse's head went under, 'cause this time he went under for the Lord. 'Cause this time he went under for the Lord.
All right. Okay, now this song is for, who was it, Drew? Who wanted it? Drew. So this is for the Kennetts and Drew. So, Deep Cries Out. We don't have it in our thing. Should we put it in, or do we just know it from heart? Let's play it from heart as a pop quiz.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
Come on up, Marissa. I've got a river of living water, a fountain that never will run dry. And it's an open heaven, no releasing, and we will never be denied. 'Cause we're stirring up deep, deep wells, we're stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna jump in the river, jump in the river. We're stirring up deep, deep wells, we're stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna dance in the river, you. Deep cries out to you. We cry out to you, Jesus. And we're falling into deeper waters, calling out to you. And we're walking into deeper waters, going after you. And if he goes to the left, we'll go to the left. If he goes to the right, we'll go to the right. We're gonna jump, 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 jump in the river. Jump, 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 everybody. If he goes to the left, we'll go to the left. If he goes to the right, we'll go to the right. We're gonna dance, 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 dance in the river. Dance, 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 everybody. If he goes to the left, we'll go to the left. If he goes to the right, we'll go to the right. We're gonna jump, 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 jump in the river. Jump, 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 everybody. If he goes to the left, we'll go to the left. If he goes to the right, we'll go to the right. We're gonna shout, 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 shout in the river. Shout, 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 yeah. Deep cries out to you. Deep cries out to you. We cry out to you, Jesus. The deep cries out to you. Deep cries out to you. We cry out to you, Jesus. Awesome. Thanks for suggesting that song. All right, we will. We'll stop singing for now, and we'll go over there and kind of begin to wrap up. Yeah, we still have a half an hour. Awesome. I'm glad you're still here, though, Mike. I figured you'd be going to bed. What'd you say? So, if we had more songs in our iPad, we could do a few more songs, which we probably will in just a minute, just to finish it out. But I will say that that I don't know of these times. I know we've reached the goal, but sometimes it's been like after it, like a little bit after it. This is the first time. So, what do you say after you reach the goal? What kind of stuff do we say?
I mean, God is good.
Yeah.
He provides. Amen. You know, I mean, what do you say?
That's good.
We say thank you for everyone who has been a part of this so far. We still have a half an hour to go. So everyone who's been here in person supporting this, everyone who has been here to help facilitate this, from Josh with the whole tech. I mean, my goodness. Did we take a picture of this? And we need to post this picture because this is like an amazing view from this side of things.
Yeah.
Everyone who's helping with recording and taking in the donations and everything like that. I mean, it's just an amazing to be a part of this whole team. And everyone who is here, I might have already said that. I'm trying to like process things. Everyone who's been here, who have come and gone, or who have been here the whole time. The food, everyone who has made the food is delicious. I think I still see the hot dog roller going, and I feel like I need to take one with me. It's all beef hot dog, that's right. That's awesome. So yeah, no, man, what an amazing evening. And we still have 28 minutes to go. And I feel like...
So we still have to do the text thing.
Yep.
And
I don't know, better
Ooh,
check
well,
to see.
while you brought that up, if you are on here watching and you want to take part of a giveaway that we're going to do, we are trying to get 50 new people to join our texting group. And now it's not like you're going to get like 5 things a day or something like that. It's when we're doing ministry, where we're going somewhere, or like you'll get an update once a month, kind of a thing. And we want you to be a part of that. And the reason why we send these out is so that you can help pray for Harvest ministry teams. And what you to do if you want to join that is text Harvest to 618-243-7476. That's, you send Harvest to 618-243-7476. And at the end of the night, once we kind of close in closer to the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to draw a winner from someone who joins tonight. So if you're not in that here in person, on YouTube or on Facebook, be sure to join that texting service, and we are going to pick out someone for a winner. So it's awesome.
Yep, that's good.
And yeah, so I mean, like, this goal tonight was for $30,000. Hey, all right. This goal was for $30,000, and I'll tell you what, we've blown past that. We are officially at, oh my goodness, $34,225. That is amazing.
So at the turn of the year, or whenever we can get the best deal, we got to start thinking about looking for the great deal in the van.
Yeah.
And that's what's nice about the van not like being, towed away dead,
Yeah.
like the last one was.
Yeah.
We drove home from an event and they're like, you're never gonna be able to drive this. You won't get this van home. And so we basically just
button that says conferences, and it will give you all the details. But like, we have the Light Kids Conference coming up here. We're going to be in Tuscola, Illinois, Troy, Illinois. We're going to be in Edwardsville, Illinois, Peoria and Marion for the Light Kids Conference. And that's kind of 4 different locations, 4 different times. We also have the Fire Up High School Conference, which is at the end of February here in Troy, Illinois. We're going to be at different summer camps across Illinois and Southern Illinois, and it's going to be a great time. And then even all the individual little things that we go and do for weekend retreats, night of revivals, lock-ins, parties, whatever you want to call it. We have to have some way to get there, and that's what this was for, is to help us get to where the ministry is calling us to. So thank you, every single one who has taken part in that. We still have 25 minutes, so I believe that God can continue to work in a big, bad way with this. And I know Tim keeps saying a newer van on here, but I believe that God's going to provide, and so it's awesome.
Yep, and the other money, in case anybody wonders, if we get a van or some other money comes in or whatever, it also, like other years when we haven't needed a van, goes just to help keep things rolling on the whole front. So it was really great.
Yep.
All right, I like your laptop with the A-Gate sticker on there. Oh, our video has ended? What happened here? Oh. Let's pause a second. Okay, well, for everybody that's here, let me just add a couple more songs in the Planning Center, because that does seem like a fun way to at least got to sing a couple more before we go. And we also have to tell a couple more jokes, because we definitely blew past a couple goals.
Ooh, jokes. All right, while you're doing that. All right, I like telling already messed up. I like telling dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs. Get it? Get it?
Oh, my.
All right, what did one wall say to the other wall? I'll meet you at the corner. All right, what's the difference between a chicken and a turkey? Chickens celebrate Thanksgiving. That one's bad.
That's terrible.
All right, one more as we're doing this. So, why do pilgrims have trouble keeping up their pants up? Because they wear their belts around their hat.
These are
visual one.
These are third grade jokes.
I'm getting a no head shake over there. All right, here you go. One more. What has 4 wheels and flies? A garbage truck. Get it? A garbage truck. I'm sorry. Some people probably think that joke stinks. Nice.
Yeah, Josh is a guy, he's a man of puns. Have you been on the camera yet, Josh? Come on up here real quick.
Is this live still? Is this good? Okay, it's up there.
Okay, this is Josh. He's been behind the scenes this whole time. And then in a minute, we're going to do Great Are You, Lord again, if you want to sing that one, Elizabeth. And then we can see if there's another song that we have.
It's weird being on the other side of things.
Yeah, it is weird. Hang on a second. I got sidetracked here. But now we have Josh Case on this side of the camera. And nobody's manning the cameras now, so it could like blow up or something. But Josh is from this area. He works at church here, but he also so here's what happened with Josh. We had outdoor concerts during the pandemic because we couldn't go in buildings and stuff. And so we kind of started a series of outdoor concerts, which now have kind of lasted and continued. Had like that first fall, we had like 6 of them, like a whole little tour.
Yeah.
And we were trying to figure out, sound and all that. And Josh said, I got some sound stuff. So he took it and used it, and it worked great. And so you started coming with us on these events, even though before then you didn't do that much. You just did it if it was here. Mm-hmm. Well, then, in the end of all that, between you and Dan, who we already talked to and met, wound up having we basically bought a sound system that was the same speakers that you had and the subs and all that stuff. So that was great. And you have basically a whole tech business going in addition to your engineering job and all your school gigs. So you're a pretty busy guy. How'd you get into tech to start with?
When I was in 6th grade, actually it started in 5th grade at Highland, we had a television broadcasting program in the class. Like it was an extracurricular thing, so I got involved with that. Just loved broadcasting, kept with it through high school, and I've been blessed that it's turned into a side gig to be able to kind of help people out, and it's been a good blessing.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really good, and I just want people to see your face. So
I do have one.
Yeah. Has Courtney been on the camera yet?
I don't think so. Oh, she's trying to hide back there.
We got Courtney on here last year, and then what's hilarious was thanks, Josh.
Hey, my pleasure.
Talk to Josh 5 seconds. I'll start looking around for other people. Where's Courtney? Last year, we had Courtney come over for 2 seconds, and then whenever we put the video out, she was there was the one screen they picked was your face to put on there. So you were on there.
They chose the
This right here is Courtney Bettis, and she is from the area as well. And I think when Ryan talked a minute ago, they talked about you guys being engaged. Was that right?
I don't know. I went to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, I missed it
too.
But tell us a little bit about that from your perspective. Because now you're engaged, and now you're going to buy a house. And,
yeah, that's true.
And next summer, to get married and all that stuff.
So, I've been helping with Harvest since probably like 2016. And the whole reason I started helping was because I worked upstairs in the office here with my aunt. And Tim's office is right next to it on the other side of the wall. So he could hear me and my aunt probably causing some trouble, but that's okay. And he comes over, he's like, I really need someone to play drums this weekend at this, I don't know, kids camp or something. He's like, do you know how to do that? I was like, well, I used to mess around sometimes. He's like, oh good, let's go downstairs and try. And so I didn't end up playing the drums, I played the box, but I don't really play the box anymore. Now I just kind of help with things that aren't on stage. Yeah, that's true. Ryan's there to do it, so it's great. But it is true, me and Ryan met at Beulah Camp in 2019 at Junior High Live, and then saw each other around for a little bit, and then really got to know each other on Harvest later, but also helping with the youth group.
Yeah, through the church here.
Yep, so we started dating and then got engaged in May and are getting married in June.
Yep. That's awesome.
Pretty cool.
That's really good. And you're gifted in administration and organization. That's why you wound up not doing the boxes much.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
You're gifted musically too, but man, you can make a lot of things happen. So good going. Thanks, Courtney.
Well, you're welcome.
Glad you're up here. Who else wants to come up? As soon as I said that, Eden looked away really far. Elizabeth's already been up. We already met her. I think we met most everybody, I think. I know some people don't even want to be on the camera. Raise your hand if you don't want to be on the camera. Oh, well, okay, good. All right, we only have a couple minutes left, so we're going to sing Great Are You, Lord, and then we're going to kind of come to a close and just kind of let this thing be on a graphic of the Harv-A-Thon. And let's just see where we're at here. And I just want to say again, because we don't want to say it enough, we don't want to say it too little, that it's amazing that this thing has, by the grace of God and through the partnership of a whole lot of people, this thing has gone over the goal. And so if you're just now logging in for some weird reason, it's amazing. And for some reason, I don't know why I can't hardly figure out this. Hang on a second. Hang on. Because I just want to make sure we just say thanks to anybody else who may have given here. Beneld, the church in Beneld, awesome. I don't think we ever said anything to Matt and Angie, so thank you guys for your gift, and they've got new blessings in life, and so that's cool. And I think that we have said most everybody else. Yeah. Hang on a second. Have we translated everything from Facebook? Oh, we need to say, Jackie, thanks for your part. And Sam, we didn't say you, I don't think. And Barry, wow, I just found some people that we hadn't seen yet. So Barry and your whole family, thank you for being a part of it. I know Ryan and Mary already said something to you guys, but I see your name on here now, so that's cool. And Stephanie, also from the area. Thank you, Stephanie and Matt and the whole family for your gift. And to Nathan Tobin, also. So some of these, I guess, they were a little bit earlier today. So Nathan Tobin gave, and Nathan was a part of Harvest way back when in, I don't know, early 2000s, played drums. Now he is still in the area, but serving at a church, so that's really cool. And Tom, I hope we said your name whenever we first did it. All right, one last little check here. Okay, here are a few more people that I did not get to say, so I'm gonna have to go through some names here and give a big thanks to everybody. Let's see, Marcia from, I guess, Marion. Marcia from Marion. And Isabel, we're so thankful for you, Isabel, and the ministry, the partnership you've had for a long time. And Mike and Bonnie, thank you, Mike and Bonnie. And thanks to Kim, I already said thanks to Barry, and I don't know if that was, oh, okay, wait, hold it, I see. Maybe I got into a different thing here because you guys are the same family. Okay, well, we're gonna thank everybody with a note because I'm losing track, but just want to make sure that we say to everybody, thank you for your gift and your partnership in making the goal for Harv-A-Thon go well over $34,225. And so that means that that's just pretty amazing. And also, once you hit the goal, it's hard to keep saying stuff, but I don't know if all of a sudden it went to 35,000 or something wild. We ran out of graphics for the amount, so we can't even put it up. So, well, we're gonna sing Great Are You, Lord, and then we're just gonna come to a close. So I'll come to a close in this section right now by saying thanks again to everybody. And then we'll sing Great Are You, Lord, and then we're just gonna kind of leave the graphic up for a moment, Josh, until we get ready to go. So thank you all.
Oh, yeah.
give life, you are love. You bring light to the darkness. You give hope. You restore every heart that is broken. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. You give life, you are love. You bring light to the darkness. You give hope. Restore every heart that is broken. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. All the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry. These bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. All the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry. These bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. All the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry. These bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only.
All God's people said, Amen. Give God all the glory, and it's been a great evening, and again, thanks to everybody. We're going to officially wrap up here. I knew we'd forget the text thing, so I'll have to pick one out here real quick for somebody to win something from the table. And then let me just also say, just for the people that are here, you can head out whenever you need to or would like to, but just in case you're thinking about helping with stuff, all the round tables have to be over here, and all the rectangle tables have to stay out because tomorrow they're setting up for Share Thanksgiving. So we don't really have to do a ton of stuff. We'll just keep everything basically out. And so let me get to this list here. Yeah, a lot of people are commenting now saying woohoo and stuff, and so Scrolling through. And the winner is, last 4 digits, 1074. Anybody? You're a 1074? Beth, we need to get you on the camera. Come on up here, Beth. Well, we don't.
No one likes to.
You don't have to be if you don't want to, but you can wave. So Beth is her whole family. Her son went with us this summer 1 week and helped with the high school, like a helper, and did tech, and this is great. And Beth has been to several events recently and just stayed the whole weekend, the whole day. And so thank you, Beth. You are part of the texting loop now, and I guess you weren't on there before, but now your name's on there, so now you win a prize. So it's all packed up, but you can pick something out. And we are now officially done. So give somebody a fist bump, and we're going to start packing up and cleaning up before tomorrow. Praise the Lord. Thanks, Marissa. Thanks, Clint. Big thanks to Clint, Ryan, Elizabeth, the Lightners, the reps, Eden. Suzanne. Suzanne never got on the camera.
Pretty sure that was on purpose.
Josh, thank you. Ruby, thank you. Macy, thank you, Macy.
Did we ever show the shot of like everything going on over here?
I don't know. Let's turn the camera around and just see the big tech mess.